Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Here we are for Bahrain Division 5 Rush. I'm your host tonight, Nishka. I'm joined by Keeper. How are we tonight, mate?
Yeah, very good, Nishka. Thanks, mate.
Seen you go around to Bahrain last night, mate. How did you find it? And yeah, what's your thoughts on the Bahrain circuit?
I yeah, look, more the less said about last night for me, the better. But I actually really enjoy the circuit. Managed to do all right considering I started last in the feature. Managed to get back up to P9. We'll probably end up back in P10 after post-race penalties. But it was a good race for my teammate, and yeah, no, I actually quite enjoy the track. It's a nice track. I just didn't put it together last night.
Yeah, bit unfortunate for yourself, mate. But we got another sprint here tonight, Bahrain. We do have Division 5, and we've got a pretty fast grid. Do you want to take us through the grid as I cross down to the track now, mate?
Yeah, no worries. Thanks, Nishka. So we've got Soup for Duck reserving in the Ferrari, I believe. We've got the Ryzen in the V-Carb, Uncle Morty for Alpine, Projag Mercedes, Nia Eshe, who done very, very well in Div4 last night in the kick, Romy One Kenobi in the McLaren, Milano in the V-Carb, Shining Swarm and Mr. Panda in the Haas, TMT Legend surprisingly racing this week. We didn't think he was going to race, but he's been a late inclusion, so he will be racing for the kick again this week. David in the Alpine, Woofer in the Aston Martin, Rise in the Mercedes, D. White in the McLaren, Sorotkin in the Williams, Chevy Wolves in the Red Bull, Paul and Hell in the Aston Martin, Pistefa in the Williams, and Dilby, also known as Durr, in the Red Bull.
Yeah, and the one guy missing at the moment is Vivo Roms in the Ferrari. He has said in the stream he is running late. In future, mate, you need to let us know that you're going to be running late and joining later because, yeah, unless you do that, you won't get in. So we'll let you off this time, mate. We'll let you in. But next time, if you're going to be late, you've got to let us know, mate. But we are seeing on an outlap, we're seeing Nia Eshe in the kick. We've seen him race last night, had a pretty good performance there in Division 4. What can he do in Division 5? Also on an outlap, nice and early, we're seeing Sorotkin, he's out there. We're seeing Chevy Wolves, he's the first car coming around at the moment. He's coming through Sector 2. What can he do? Had a bit of a hard luck story last week, but was showing good pace early. Can we see something better from him tonight? Both Williams are on the track, and we are seeing Rise. He's out on the track at the moment on an outlap. We do know he had some issues last week. We'll have to see how he's going this week as he comes around down through Sector 2. Looks like he's all good at the moment, Keeper.
Yeah, and that connection looking very good, which he'll be very happy to hear. Obviously, you know, people are pretty quick to jump on him if they see any lag, so he'll be happy to have a good connection and a stable connection, which is looking good for him at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. But we do have the Red Bull man. Some interesting news. This guy had a punctured lung during the week. We didn't know if we were going to see him in the car here, Keeper. The fact that Chevy Wolves has got himself out onto the track tonight shows the character of the man, how bad he wants to race. And we're going to go on board, and you can take us away with a flying lap with Chevy Wolves, mate.
No worries, thanks Nishka. So yeah, I did not know that about the punctured lung. That's a big one there as he comes down to turn 1 here. Burned down to about 78%. Coming round into turn 1, into turn 2. And he starts burning there as well. Heading up towards the right hand. He burns all the way down to 60% there. Into the right hander. Into Sector 2 here. We're approaching Sector 2 here. And this is where you can make a lot of time around this track, Nishka. Really nailing these corners here. There's so much time to be had if you get it right. Down into second gear there, around a bit of a hairpin sort of, and straight back onto the battery there, burning down to about 60% again there as he approaches this downhill braking zone into the next DRS zone here. Takes that quite nicely, straight back on the battery into the DRS zone, burning down towards...
I'm going to jump in quickly here,
last
Keeper.
few turns.
I'm going to jump in here quickly,
Yep.
mate. Could you get Dilby an invite, please, mate? As Chevy Wolves comes through the second sector here. Burning down 40% onto this long straight before the last corner. Has plenty of battery to work with here. You see him burning it down. Should burn it down all the way down to about 15%, you would think. Nicely done so far from the Red Bull driver. On those medium tyres, you'll see a lot of these guys come out in the mediums to set their first banker because you only get the set of mediums and one set of softs. Down to the line of 130.4 to get us underway. We are seeing Nia Eshe. He goes at 129.7, so fantastic from him. The next kick driver is starting a lap. That's TMT. Seen the Williams guy come over the line there. That was P. Sefer. He sets a 130.3. Sirotkin does a 130.8. So these guys, Nia Eshe, the only one to get under a 130. Man, Rise goes to the top. He does just that, rising to the top. 129.3, so fantastic lap from him on those medium tyres. As we are seeing coming down towards the line there, I believe that is Milano. What's he going to do? He puts himself up into P3 with a 129.8, so fantastic from him. We're seeing another Merc coming across the line there. Was that Crowjag just starting his lap? So he's going to be starting his lap now. Interesting to see what he can do. Had a bit of bad luck last week, got taken out early. Roll Me One Kenobi, he is on a lap at the moment. He's coming through the middle. He's on the soft tyres, so it's going to be interesting to see what he can do on those softs. The other McLaren, D White, he's coming down to the line on the mediums. He puts himself up to P4 with a 129.8, so very close at the top here, Keeper.
Yeah, mate, definitely is. Some very good times here, especially on the medium tyres. You've got a few look like they might be starting on softs for their first lap here. As I've just sent Durr an invite now, thanks to getting communicating with services 3 times. But yeah, some very good times and very tight times too there. So this could go any way really, Nishka, as they come out for their second run here at the end of the session.
Yeah, it could be very tight. We have seen Soup for Duck, he's gone on the softs. We've seen Ped, he's on the softs. And TMT came straight out on the softs as well and puts in a 129.8. So he is the quickest of the soft runners so far. Roman One Kenobi on those softs as well. He does a 130.3. So it's very sort of close between a lot of guys here. Raj just done an outstanding lap there on those mediums. He looks very fast at the moment, mate. The Ryzen, one of your teammates, mate, he's on a lap at the moment. You didn't get to finish off that last flying lap, so I'm going to go on board with him now, and you can take us through your teammates' lap.
No worries, Nishka. I will definitely do that in a minute as soon as communicating wants to disappear off my screen again. So, oh my god, I think I've got a game glitch because this is coming up constantly. You just take it away, Nishka. I'll try and sort this out.
I'll take this away. So he's running in hot lap. Interesting move here. Plenty of battery to work with here for your teammate. 60% battery running through here, burning the whole way through at the moment. Has plenty of battery to work. This is going to be quite fast on the back end of this lap, I believe, because he has a ton of battery. Burning all the way down this back straight into the last corner, drops it into hot lap. He's on reduced harvesting. Is he going to have enough battery to burn to the line after running in hot lap? Yes, he is. What's it going to be? A 132.7. He's going to have to improve on that once he comes back around and gets onto those softs. Nia Eshe, he is now putting on his soft boots, ready to come out. A lot of these guys in the pits. We are seeing TMT. He's coming around to the pits. He'll be looking to go in there and do another lap. We are seeing Crowjag. He put himself up to P8 with a 130.355. So really good lap there from Crowjag. One of my teammates. I know we've been doing a bit of practice this week, been struggling to get his setup right, but on the day of the race, he's managed to get it sorted, and I expect to see some big things from him tonight. Paul and Hell.
That's it, Nishka. That is it. His Crowjag is definitely going to be looking to recover back from last week, mate. Point to prove. We know he's a very, very good driver, so he'll be looking to show that tonight here at Bahrain.
Yeah. Interesting to note here, both the Alpine drivers have not chose to come out and do a lap on the mediums. They're just going to save it up for that one run, use that soft. Hopefully Dilby's got back into the session as well, and he can do his one lap as well, hopefully.
It did say he joined, and I think my game has finally stopped spitting the dummy, and I'm out of communicating for the first time in about 5 minutes.
That's ideal. I think... did Woofer just set that time? I think he did. He's done a 130.1, so fantastic time from him so far. We're seeing Rise is on a bit of an outlap at the moment. He's on the mediums again here, so this is interesting. Saving the softs, Keeper.
Yeah, it's a very interesting one, especially 2 sets of mediums in quality means he's potentially using his race set as well. Like. That'll be interesting.
They look
the
like
softs
old.
will definitely fly off the back end of the sprint.
They look looked like an old set there. Thanks for confirming that too, SJ. Dilby is in, so that's good. We're going to be able to see Dilby do a lap. So that's going to be really good. He can do a time. He's not going to have to start from the back. But we are on board with Rise. He is the first to start one of the laps, I believe. And he is burning down all the way down to 55%. Into turn 4. Down into third. Nicely done. Back on the power. Little squirt of the battery. He's up by 3/10 at the moment. So he is improving here, keeper. This could be the first lap that we see go down into the 28s here in Division 5. The Merc driver. Down to this tricky little braking zone here. Down the hill. Have to get it right. You can send it deep there very easily. Has a little bit of a snap coming out of there, but gets onto the power nicely. What's it going to be coming through Sector 2? Is he going to be improving even further? Sends it a little bit wide there. Not too bad so far from Rise here, keeper.
No, not too bad at all. As you can see there, he is 4/10 up on his time here, so this is a good lap, and definitely if he can get this together here. Whoa, a bit of swerving down the back straight there. I think he was trying to catch a bit of a toe, but it may have cost him some time swerving around like that down the straight as he comes into the last turn here to see if he will be the first driver into the 128 in Division 5. And he is 128.909 there is your provisional pole at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're seeing the Williams driver now of Sirotkin. He's coming around on the softs. He's going to be the first runner of the softs coming down to the line. What's it going to be for the Williams man? 129.7. He goes P3. We see the Haas there. What's the Haas done? Didn't see what happened there for the Haas. The other Williams driver of P Sapphire, he's just on an outlap. He's just starting. We've got Chevy Wolves on an outlap. We've got Dilby's on an outlap. A lot of these guys on outlaps at the moment. Is anybody on a lap at the moment, keeper?
Dilby's just started one. Soup for Duck is on one.
Suit for Duck? Maybe the Suit for Duck?
Yep, just coming around onto the second last turn. And yeah, he obviously had done a 147 for his first time. I thought I was looking at something wrong then for a minute when it said he was 15 seconds up on his time, but he is. Obviously, didn't quite get his first lap quite right here as he comes around. He's only got 6% battery left here, running in hot lap. He's going to run out of battery before he gets to the line, but what's the time going to be here? It's a 1:29.6, 17 seconds better than his last time, but he's in P4 as Milano right behind him goes just ahead of him into P3.
Yeah, we've seen that there, and now we're seeing, I believe, is Crowjag on a lap, is he? Looks like Crowjag's on a lap. Who's the first one that's going to be coming across the line there? Is that Williams there, is it? Who have we got there? No, we got an invalidation there, so then we got the Haas of, that looks like Mr. Panda coming down to the line there. What's Mr. Panda going to do?
He's gone on meds again, and he's 2/10 below his time, above his time.
So Mr. Panda's not going to improve. He's not going to improve. We do have Dilby. He is coming around though. He hasn't set a time yet. What is he going to set? 6% battery down to the line. Dilby is going to go P5. Great lap there from Dilby. When the pressure was on, had to get a lap in. We got the Merc driver of Crowjag. He puts himself up into P6, so fantastic lap there from Crowjag. We've got TMT, I think, is on a lap too. He's coming down to the line. What's TMT going to do? He's going to go P4. So he does a 129 flat, so fantastic lap there from him. D White puts himself up into P7. We see Paul and Hell goes to P9. Alpines, where are they going? David's P10. Morty, where's he gone? He's gone P6. We've got a Kick going into the pits. We've got an Aston going into the pits. Who else is still on track? We got
Superduck's backed out of his lap, so he won't be improving. He's going to come into the pits as well.
Milano is the last one, is it? No, he's out of it as well. He's got a full tank of battery, and that will be the qualifying, keeper. What's your thoughts on that one, mate?
I'm not surprised to see Nia Eshe up at the top of the grid after his performance in Div4 last night. He done very, very well reserving up for his team, and yeah, I'm not surprised at all to see him there. I didn't Rise done pretty well last week from memory too, obviously with some connection issues. So, another name I expect to see out the top. I did know that Milano was doing some decent lap times, so I thought he'd be a chance being up the top end of the grid there. So that's very well done. And TMT Legend, self-admitting that he had not had much practice this week because he didn't think he was going to race. Maybe a little bit surprising to see him up as high as P4 with doing no practice, but obviously his experience over many years of racing is shining through there, and comes in at P4.
Yeah, it was a fantastic qualifying as we see the results there now. Nyeshe P1, Rise P2, Milano P3, TMT P4, P7 P5. And then we had Uncle Morty. He's returned from holiday. He's there in P6, so fantastic lap from him to get started, get his season underway. Dilby P7, D White P8. Crowjag gets himself into the top 10. Paul and Hell 10th. David 11th. Soup for Duck, Chevy Wolves, Sirotkin, Wolfer, Shining Swarm, Romulan Kenobi, Mr. Panda, and the Horizon. What are you expecting to see from this sprint race here, Keeper?
I think the biggest thing here is going to be for those guys at the front of the grid to try and hold on to Nye here. He's obviously done a full race last night. He's nearly 3/10 faster than the next car on grid, and as you know, it's very hard to get back in DRS around here once you lose it. So it's going to be very key for those guys to try and keep in touch with him around this first lap before the DRS activates on lap 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's going to be important. I think we could see something out of Rise here too, setting that lap still in P2. He was only on the medium, so we could see something from him as well. These guys do the final touches on their cars. It still is in the bright sunshine, so the track's still going to be pretty warm here. It's going to be interesting to see what these guys do, whether they opt for the medium tyres or the hard tyres, Keeper.
Yeah, I think the medium is the expected choice, but I know a couple of people have tried the hards before. I believe they take a little bit of time to warm up, which can make them a bit of a disadvantage in those first few laps. I think the sweet spot is to go on the meds. I've seen people do a bit of everything over the course of this week, softs, meds, and hards. So yeah, I think it has shown through that the meds is definitely the way to go, but there might be some people sitting in positions they're not happy with in qualifying that might try something a little bit different and see if they can get the job done.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you think we'll see anybody chance their arms on the softs? These guys will just about have their setups ready. We'll get the tyres up for you. We'll see who's doing what. And these guys are about to get underway. Not quite under the lights yet, even though the lights are on. The sun is still shining. The track is burning, and it's going to be burning even more once these guys get underway with 3, 4, 5. Holding them, and they're away. And they're off. Night Eshe looked like he got a pretty good start there. Rise also got off to a little bit of a slower start there. Milano looked like he was going through. TMT looks like he's coming through early. The kicks are going. Bit of a squeeze there in the middle there. Was there any damage? There's a bit of carnage happening back in the back of the field. We see the Horizon. He's up into P13, so fantastic start from him. A bit of an end plate going flying there at the back. But there is moves happening at the front. You got Milano having a look on the rise. Nothing happening at the moment. He's dropped down to P4, so not the best start there for Rise. TMT, fantastic start from him. He's up to P3 after his win last week. He's going to be looking to get amongst it, but P7, now Williams, he's doing a fantastic job too, up to P2. And there is battles happening galore. What is happening back in the field? Everyone getting through quite nicely so far, Keeper.
Yeah, they certainly are, but the one to notice the only one on the track, Soup for Duck on softs, he has gone up multiple positions from the start here and making those softs making the best use of those softs early in the session here, which he needs to do because they will die off before the end of these 10 laps, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, they will. But at the moment, we are seeing quite a big just DRS train forming. But we are seeing a bit of a battle happening here. We got Dilby, D White, they're going at it. We got Paul in Hell. He is one of the Astons there was a little bit off the track there. Hopefully, we've seen some good teamwork from these guys last week. Keeper there at Monza. Are we going to see the same thing here in the sprint? And they're going to try to work their way through the grid. As we see Nyeshe, he comes around leading the race at the moment. And he's already broken the DRS by the looks of it of P7.
Yeah, he has, and that's what I thought might happen there. They had to work really hard to try and stay in touch with it because he will drive away otherwise. But yeah, looking very good at the moment early, Naira, if you can try and stay outside that DRS there and drive away with it. But as I say, that their P7 is bringing him straight back in. So it's going to be a very tight battle up the front here, I think, especially for those last two
Oh.
podium positions. But they have managed to stay there. Well, we've got an incident.
Yeah, we see
Do
Raj
we?
just go for a bit of a spin there. They were having a good little battle, him and TMT, and he's just spun himself a little bit. So he's dropped a few positions there. And that gives the others a bit of breathing room, as Rise was definitely looking pretty quick there. Looked like he was trying to get a move done. But Super Duck, he's up into P5 now. This will be pleasing Lamb, considering his full-time driver isn't here. And this is his reserve in there. So that'll be pleasing Lamb in amongst all the other drama that's been happening. Uncle Morty's there in P6. He's just biding his time at the moment, but he can't bide his time too much because Rise is there after that little spin. He is looking to make a move again. Dilby in P8 after getting into quality late. Oh, Dilby's all over the place there. He's missing an M plate too. That's could be one to watch there, keeper, as the race goes on. Just keep an eye on that one for me if you can, please, mate. Going down the field, we've got Crowjag in P10. He'll be looking, we know he's solid with his race pace. He'll be looking to get himself up into that top 8, into those point scoring positions. A bit further down, we've got Paul in Hell. He's still not sure. Wolf, see, he's in a Aston Martin sandwich at the moment. Is Crowjag, and Super Duck goes the fastest lap at the moment. Bit of stuff happening up at the front here. We're seeing Team T go for a move on P Cepha. P Cepha fights it. He looks to come back along the inside. This is fantastic wheel to wheel. Super Duck is going around the outside of Milano as well. This is fantastic. Two side-by-side battles. What's going to give here? Super Duck, is he going to get 2 for 1? He is. What a move from the Ferrari driver, keeper.
Yes, mate. I'll just get you to keep covering that if you can, mate. I'm trying to get D White back in the session. He's just left.
Oh, yeah, you just keep trying to do that there, mate, because this battle is fantastic. It's happening up the front here. Super Duck, he's in P3. He's doing a lot of work early, though. Is those softs going to last? We're seeing Rush Racing is saying soup on the softs won't last the race. The tyres will go off. We'll have to wait and see, mate. But down in P4, TMT, he looked like he was getting right into a good position to be there for the 1-2 for the kicks, but now he's dropped himself into P4 and he's under all sorts of pressure now from Milano. While this has all been happening, the Alpine of Uncle Morty is all over the back of these guys, waiting for a mistake. Rise, he is looking to try and get himself back in after a bit of a mistake, but there's a big gap then to Dilby, who does have a penalty now as well, and a missing end plate, so something's definitely going to miss there, as Woofer takes out a Bollard on the way as he goes to go past him. Can he make it happen? Not on this occasion. Crowjag just sitting there waiting for his chance as well, along with the other Aston Martin of Paul in Hell. This is a good little battle down here in the mid-pack. Chevy Wolves looking to get amongst it as well in P12. They're going to be fighting it out for those last spots for that P8. Up towards the front, though, we do have P Cepha and Soup for Duck going at it. P Cepha loves this move around. Oh, big contact! Big contact! Oh, there's massive contact! Cepha's out! Cepha is out, and who else got collected in that? Oh, that was Milano, I believe. Yeah.
Looking good.
Oh wow, that was yeah. We've seen Cepha. He went for that move a couple of times, fighting back around the outside. He just looked like he got it all wrong there. Understeered straight into the Ferrari, and yeah, we'll probably have to have a look back at that one. But as you know, in the sprints, there's no safety car. So here we go. We're still going on at the moment. We've got Noah way out in front now. He has a big gap now to Soup for Duck, and it looks like it's his race to lose from here. He's just got to make sure those tyres go all the way. Soup for Duck, though, did he cop any damage from that contact? We'll have to wait and see. TMT, he's in P3 now, so this is looking like a fantastic finish here for the kicks if they can stay this way. Rise, after his bad start now with that incident happening, he's got himself back up into P4, so he looks like he could be in contention now again as well, because he does have the DRS of TMT as well. Dropping off the back a little bit. Wonder if Uncle Morty got caught up in that a little bit, because he does look like he's lost some time there, and he lost a position to Rise, so something's happened there, keeper. Are you back now to take over for a little bit so I can get a bit of water in my lungs?
Yes, mate, I am back. I am back. That is fine. So, yeah, Uncle Morty has dropped off a bit there. Doesn't look to have any wing damage at the moment, which is a good thing for him. Hopefully, he can work his way back up here. It is hard to get back in the DRS, especially when the guys in front of you have it. As you can see, Rise here is looking to make a move on TMT Legend. If you can just move up to him there. He's tried to make the move, but TMT's held him off for now, as he's right on the back of TMT there, and there might be a bit of a warning there. Look to just misjudged the corner a little bit, as TMT is now coming right up onto the back of Suit for Duck here, and it's probably from here on in that Suit for Duck's tyres are going to start to wear a lot more than those meds. So TMT will be looking to make a move soon here, so he can try and then get to work on chasing down our leader, who was 3.5 seconds up the road.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, keep going, keeper. You're all right, mate.
Yeah, so you can see here Rise is still just hanging off the back of TMT there, but TMT is about 5 tenths behind Suit for Duck here, as he looks to just try and stick close enough to him through this last sector here and maybe set up a move on the main straight. And you can see there he's dropping a bit further back, but he's starting to burn into that time here down the back straight now, bringing it back under 5 tenths just as we get to the last corner. Will he be close enough here? He's about 5 tenths behind, 4 tenths behind here. He'll be burning. He's got plenty of battery, I believe, and the DRS here. He'll be looking to make a move. Can Rise capitalise too here? Was he close enough to be able to get something done as well? No, not quite close enough. Rise of TMT goes side by side here with Suit for Duck, and Suit for Duck gets him back on turn 2. And now Rise is getting involved in the action here as well. They are really fighting for these 2 podium spots. Rise goes around the outside, nearly off the track here, trying to get the move done. Can he do it? He has for now. No, he's going to have to tuck back in behind. There is he. No, he's still in front there. He's gone from P4 to P2 through that sector. That is brilliant move by Rise, as Suit for Duck drops down in behind him there into P3, and TMT just hanging off the back here. The experience will be showing. Oh, he gets a little bit of a snap there and takes a bit wide and drops off there, TMT. Might have been a bit of dirty air making its play in that one, Nishka.
Yeah, wow, how was that racing? That was absolutely unbelievable. That move around the outside, that was crazy. TMT losing out with the DRS to both the cars there, and yeah, that was a bit of wheel-to-wheel action, bit of bumpy, bit of argy-bargy, but yeah, nothing untoward, I don't think there, and they got it done. Here we go. Anyway, Naya Eshe, he is in the lead by a long way. He's 5.6 seconds out in front. He's doing a fantastic job. You got Rise in P2, Suit for Duck P3, TMT P4. Uncle Morty is just biding his time here in P5. He's slowly ever catching up. He is nearly into that DRS. He could be the one to watch here, keeper. He might have just been looking after his tyres and ready to pounce on these last 3 laps.
Yeah, that's it. He's another very experienced one there. Teammates with David, and they've obviously another set of 2 drivers that have managed to stick together in the same team from last season. So them and the Aston Martins have that teamwork, the experience of racing together. They'll be looking to try and make advantage of that over the course of this season as well, I believe. As you can see there, he's really closed that gap onto TMT now. Is there any damage to TMT from what's gone on through there? Because he just seems to have dropped right off. Can't see any damage to his wing, but yeah.
Not sure. That back end of his car just looks a little bit squiggly at the moment to me, Keeper. Maybe he's just struggling with his tyres just a little bit. I'm not too sure, but he's going to come under all sorts of pressure from Uncle Morty here because he's closing in rapidly. They do have a pretty big gap, though, to Dilby, who is in P6 now with that 3 seconds. Crowjack's got himself up into P8 there as well. He's on the back of Wolfer, but he has Paul and Hell, Chevy Wolves. This is a massive train here in the middle here. This is going to be a serious battle here for P7 and P8, I think, Keeper.
Yeah, it definitely will be, mate. Here you can see Wolfer's got 2.5 seconds behind Dilby there, and a DRS train lined up behind him. So that's going to really build the pressure on these last 3 laps as these guys try and stay in the DRS and get a move done for those last couple of positions. It can be very hard when you're stuck in a DRS train to get any moves done. You almost have to be close enough to try and get the double on the main straight there and get that person at the front of the pack. But it all comes down to managing your battery very well and making sure that you've got enough battery there to outburn, especially for Wolfer here, leading the pack, needs to have enough battery, needs to get the burn right, and just defend that position as best as he can here. As you can see, Crowjag now is getting very, very close to him, but not close enough there down that straight.
Was that Dilby going for a move? Who was that going for a move? Oh, Chevy Wolves going for a move there. Paul in Hell, he is now dropped back into P10. So I think it was Chevy Wolves. He got a move done up the inside, and he's looking very rapid now.
Yeah, he definitely is, Nishka. And, you know, another very experienced driver on this grid. We've seen his pace. We had a bit of unfortunate luck last week, missing pretty much half the race from a disconnection. But we know he's quick. we know he's experienced, and he'll just be trying to bide his time here and just try and get the move done, get himself into a good position here. He's got a lot of battery, does Chevy Wolves, so he is well and truly in the ERS advantage with all the cars around him here. So if he times this right, he'll definitely find himself in the points at the back end of this race.
Yeah, Wolfer's still doing a fantastic job though. He was up a lot of positions as well, and he's doing a fantastic job defending these guys off, holding on to those 2 points there for the Aston Martins at the moment. Also, important to note, he needs to try to stay in 3 seconds of Dilby. I believe it is 3 seconds. Let's have a look at the penalties. Yes, it is 3 seconds. So they need to try and stay within the 3 seconds and get the extra spot off Dilby. We do know Dilby does have that missing end plate too, so he's doing a fantastic job for his team at the moment. If he can extend that out past 3 seconds and get a P6 with that, that's a fantastic job for the Red Bulls. At the moment though, Suit for Duck, he has got to be struggling on those tyres there, keeper. How is he making these softs work for so long in this heat? That track would be so warm right now. He's doing a fantastic job for the Ferraris, but can he hang on for these last 2 laps, mate?
Yeah, I don't think he can. Those tyres have dropped right off. As you can see, he's now 1.5 seconds behind Rise, which means he doesn't have DRS anymore. And it's going to be very hard to defend on 8-lap-old softs around here when you've got guys on mediums behind you in DRS and you've got no DRS to help you defend. So this is going to be a very tough ask for Super Duck to hold on to this position. I think TMT will just sit in behind him nicely here and time his overtake at the right time here. Probably down the main straight of this last lap, I would think would be the best spot for TMT to try and get this move done. So he's just got to stick close enough to him. And again, another experienced driver is just controlling that battery perfectly. He has so much more than Suit for Duck, and it's going to be very, very hard for Suit for Duck to defend this, I think. He's going to be an absolute sitting duck.
Oh, something's happened to Wolfer here because Krojak now has got past him and he is now on the charge out after Dilby, 2.4 seconds. So he's going to be looking to have a decent finish here now because he's within that 3 second range. Chevy Wolves has picked up a penalty and Wolfer's dropped off. So something has definitely happened there. I'm not too sure. Has he got a bit of damage? Something happened there. That doesn't look like it. Maybe he's just struggling with those tyres just a little bit. But back towards the front, we are looking down into turn 1. Is TMT going to have a go? Is Uncle Morty going to have a go? No, they just tuck back in. Waiting for this second DRS zone. Are they going to get the better traction out of here? Super Duck, he's doing a fantastic job. This is phenomenal on the softs. What's happened, Keeper?
There's a McLaren parked up on the side of the road there. Was there? Someone was parked on the side of the road. There wasn't my screen anyway, unless it was a bit of a glitch. There was a car parked off to the side for a minute.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Maybe there was. I didn't see it.
There must have been a glitch on my screen. There was definitely a car park there for a moment.
Yeah, not too sure what's happened there. But anyway, Krojak is closing right in. Chevy Wolves has got past him though, and they are closing right in on Dilby. He does have a penalty though, so that's going to be interesting to see where these guys all end up at the end. Is Team T going to be able to get this done? D White's left the session. Probably need to try and get D White back into the session, mate. So he's here for.
Yeah, he's just commented on the stream. I'll get him in.
Thanks, mate. Yeah. So here we are. Anyway, Team T 50-cent battery. We got Uncle Morty 60%. Suit for Duck has not much to play with here. He is going to be under all sorts of pressure, but this is the final lap. Naya Eshe will take out the sprint. Rise looks like he's going to come across the line in P2, so that's going to be P2 for him. Down to the line, this is going to be a drag race. What's it going to be? Suit for Duck, what a drive on those soft tyres. Takes out P3, Team T P4, Uncle Morty P5. Chevy Wolves, can he hold on with that penalty? Doesn't look like Krojak P6, Chevy Wolves 7, Woofer 7 actually. How did Dilby end up P6? What's happened there? What's going on? Oh, I'm not sure what's happened there. the whole leaderboard just glitched. But anyway, that's where everyone's finished.
Wowzers. So great drive from Suit for Duck there. Absolutely brilliant drive. Absolutely defying the odds there and taking those laps. How many positions did he end up on Nishka? That was a lot. A lot of positions he went up over the course of that race. And to make those softs work for 10 laps, that is something most people wouldn't even try and do.
Yeah, he was up 9 positions, so fantastic drive from Suit for Duck. Woofer also fantastic drive, up 7 positions, snagging his team a point there. The Ryzen was up 7 positions too from last up to P12. He done a fantastic job, and yeah, some guys that were up there ended up in right down the bottom there. Milano, D White, and P Zephyr. P Zephyr really unlucky. Well, not unlucky. He he got it a little bit wrong, I think, from what I've seen there.
Milano was unlucky.
Thoughts on the race there, keeper?
Yeah, I think Naya just drove how I expected him to do there, but there were some awesome battles in there, some great wheel-to-wheel racing, and yeah, that was a really, really entertaining race. That one, I enjoyed that.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're seeing Rush Racing 10 saying, don't know how he done that, Suit, fair play. Well, he made you eat your words, mate. He made the softs work, and he got it done and got himself onto the podium. And I always forget to do this on the sprint weeks. Got to scroll through to the next tab. Thanks for the reminder. Yeah, there we have it. So P1, P2, P3 was taken out by Nyashe, Rise, and Suit for Duck. Will we see the same again in the feature? We'll have to wait and see. But we're about to head to the feature qualifying. We're going to see these guys go around, see what they can do under the lights of Bahrain. It's going to be fantastic, mate. If the sprint's anything to go by, we're in for another fantastic race here, keeper.
Oh, we definitely are. And it'll be interesting to see how this quali session rolls out as well. I think there's a few people that have a bit more time in them from what they did in that, sprint quali. So it'd be interesting to see if some of those guys can find some of that time. I think we all know they're capable of. And I will just work on getting D White an invite again.
Yeah, if you can do that, mate, I'll stick with the action. At the moment, everybody's just in the pit lane. They'll be sorting out any setup tweaks they want to make after the sprint race. They might want to adjust a few things.
Yeah, that's it. A lot of people like to run more of a quali setup for the sprint race if the tyres can handle it, so that they've got a bit more pace. And obviously this is a longer race, so you can't get away with doing that. So there might be some tweaks to the setup just to get it right and make it more bit race focused and a bit more longevity in those tyres here. As we know, some people are on wheels, some on controller. It can make a difference to the tyre wear and whether you can do a one stop or a two stop. So everyone will be playing around and just making sure they get it right for them.
Yeah, absolutely. The first one we're seeing coming out of the pits at the moment is Milano Gaming. He is one of your teammates, mate. What do you know about Milano, mate? Do you know much about Milano?
Yeah, look, I've had a bit of a chat with him. I actually owe him a massive thank you. Yesterday I got home at about 5 o'clock and had some major wheel issues, and he was straight in the Discord helping me and managed to get my wheel issues sorted, so I was actually able to race last night because he was on standby for me because it didn't look like I was going to get to race. So, no, really good bloke, and he's been really working on his times here, and he did well in the sprint quali. I still think he's got a little bit more time in him as well. From what he'd done in the sprint quali. So, yeah, I think we'll see him up the top end of the quali here. Maybe not right at the top of the board, but yeah, he's definitely been putting in the work and he deserves it. He was very unlucky in that sprint race there, getting caught up in the drama with P. Zephyr there. So, hopefully he can bounce back in the main race.
Yeah, absolutely. We're seeing as well Sorokin, he's on an outlap too in the Williams. I will come back to your teammate, and you'll take us away for a flying lap with him. But I'm just going to talk about Sorokin quickly. We've seen him in the reserves last season, did a few races and that, but his performances over the pre-season and stuff, he's really improved. And I think as this season goes on, he's going to be one to watch out for in that Williams team. We know all about Chevy Wolves. We know he's got the pace. He's definitely going to be one to watch out for. We've seen it in the race there. He started coming through the pack. And the Ryzen, he's a new one as well, mate. He's one of your teammates, but he's going to be one to watch out for. He's a very new driver, so I'll take us on board anyway with Milano, mate. Take us away.
You just stick with him for a second, mate. Every time I come into the invite menu, I get stuck with communicating for ages.
Oh, good. He has 100% battery down into the first corner. Not using his battery at the moment.
Back on here, yeah. It's a bit of a weird glitch. I think it might be a glitch there because it showed that he was burning, but his battery percentage is not changing.
His
so that was a
throttle,
bit-
his throttle's stuck. His throttle's not working. Stuck at 70%.
Yeah, okay.
He's got a throttle issue, mate. I don't know if you want to message him or not, but yeah, he's got a throttle issue there. I can see it stuck at 70% there, bro. And he's trying to push. See why he's putting his battery on. So yeah, that's unfortunate for him if that is the case. I'll take us on board anyway with one of the work drivers, Krojak. He's on a lap here now. He's burning down to 52%. Turns in, down into third gear. Nicely done so far from Krojak. Back on that power. Down into fifth. Nicely done. Not taking too much curb there. Opens up the next corner. Down into second. Back on that battery. A little bit of wheel spin there. Nothing to worry about. Sends it a little bit deep down into there. Recovers it quite nicely though. Back onto the power. Looks like he's going to get a nice little tow here from his teammate. So that's really good there. Good teamwork there from the Merc boys. As Krojak now comes down into the start of Sector 3. It's looking fairly tidy. He's done that very nicely there. Into fourth. Burning down. 9% battery. Down into the last corner. Needs to get this last corner right here. Gets the turning. Takes a little bit of curve. Very nicely done there from Krojak. He's going to burn down to the line. What's it going to be for the man? He's going to put it up near the top with a 29.3 to get us started here. So pretty good lap there from Krojak.
Yeah, very nice, tidy, clean banker there, that one. 129.3 at the very start of quality. You'll take that every day of the week in this division.
Yep, we're seeing Naya come down to the line here. What's it going to be for Naya? It's going to be a 29.1, so a pretty good lap there from Naya to get us started. TMT is coming down the straight now. Will we see a bit of a tow here from Naya? He give it a little bit of a tow, not too much though. Just gets out of the way. TMT is on a lap now. Burning free. Have to see what he can do. We're seeing Soup for Duck. He's coming down to the line. He's in hot lap, burning away. What's it going to be for the Ferrari man? He is going to put it P4 at the moment. We're seeing an Aston come across the line. That's Woofer. I think we've got... Was that a Williams that just come across the line? Sirotkin, I think, P3. We got a Red Bull coming down to the line. Dilby, what's he going to do? He goes P4 with the 29.9. We're seeing Chevy Wolves. He is coming down to the line now as well. What's he going to put in for his first lap? Red Bull driver comes across the line. It is going to be P4 for him with a 29.8. We've got the other Aston Martin. He's about to start a lap. That's Paul in Hell. We got... is the Rise? Is he on a lap? Yes, he is. He's coming down now. What's it going to be for him? Rise down to the line on the softs. It's going to be P2, 129.2. So both Merc drivers, P2, P3 at the moment. I think we're seeing some V-carbs on the track there. Is that the Rise? And he's invalidated. And Milano, he's into the pits. So I think it's TMT. It's going to come across the line next. Yep. Burning down to the line. What's it going to be, Keeper?
It's going to be a 129.5, and I reckon maybe still some time in that one because he had a lot of battery left as he crossed the line, about 10 to 15% when he crossed the line there. So he could probably find some more time with just a little ERS adjustment there, Nishka.
Yeah, definitely. I think definitely left some something on the table there with how much battery he had left there. I think we're seeing... we haven't given the Haas drivers much love tonight. This is a guy who's been rapidly improving, mate. He's coming down to start his lap. Are you ready to take away an onboard lap now, mate?
Yes, I am, mate. I'm ready now.
Let's go.
See here, Shining Swarm starting his lap onto the battery. Only burning down to 80% here on the main straight. Some people like to go a little bit more here as he heads down towards turn 1. Down into third, down into second there. Take that quite nicely, but didn't use much of the exit there at all as he starts burning into the next DRS zone here, heading up towards turn 4. Plenty of battery to play with here as he comes round. Is there going to be a little battery burn here? Yes, there will be. Down to about 60%. Around there, missed the apex a little bit on that one, but not looking too bad here for his lap here. He's been putting in a lot of practice. I've seen some good times and screenshots that he's been sending me. as he burns some more battery here, down to about 57%, heading down towards this left-hander, onto the next DRS straight here, and he's onto the battery, into the DRS zone here. He'll burn the whole length of this, most of the length of this straight, you would imagine, down to around about 40% or 36%, I think. Into that next left-hander here as he gets close to approaching Sector 3. Looking like a good time at the moment for him as he heads round to the back straight. Oh, got a little bit wide there, but he hasn't invalidated. He's done very well there. It was very close as he burns down the back straight here, down to about 15%, heading in towards the last corner here. Just grabs a little bit of that curb. Quite nice there. Ooh, another car just there as he was coming around the corner, but I think that's all clear and that's clean, and that's a good lap there from Shining Swarm, 129.4. He'll be very happy with that. He's been putting in the work, and he'd love to see his name sitting up there in that top 5 right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to jump in here, keeper, because D White said in the chat there he needs another invite. So I'm not too sure. D White's having a lot of troubles tonight. Hopefully we can get him in. See what you can do, mate.
Yep.
Great lap from Shining though. I've been really impressed with this guy. He's really been trying to put in the work, and to see him started getting some of those results now is fantastic. As P7 come across the line too. He's another one. He done a few reserve races and stuff last season, but he's really starting to show what he can do under that Williams team at the moment, and he puts up a 29.8 as well to get his qualifying started here. So we're seeing Paul in Hell. He looks like he is on... Is he on a lap? Possibly, I think. It looks like he is. He's improving on his time, so he is on a lap. Coming down through Sector 2 at the moment. 68% battery. What can we see from Paul in Hell? He had a great performance last week.
It's coming, D White.
One of the good guys of the league is Paul in Hell. Really nice guy when you talk to him, and a very good racer. So it's going to be good to see what he can do. He's in P12 at the moment. On that 130, you'll be looking to push down towards a 129, mid 129. I'd imagine here. Want to put him somewhere up in that top 5. See what he can do. Coming down through Sector 3 at the moment. Down to the final corner. D White's joined now, which is fantastic to see. Hopefully he can get out and set a good lap. But at the moment, it's all eyes on the Aston Martin driver. Burning down to the line. What's it going to be for Paul in Hell? It's going to be provisional pole for Paul in Hell at the moment with a 128.8. Fantastic lap there from the Aston Martin driver there, keeper.
Oh, absolutely fantastic. It was only a matter of time until we seen one of these boys hit the 128s. Paul in Hell's the first to do it, and will that light the fire in the belly of Nairo Eshe here to really send it on his next lap here and see what he can do as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Some of these boys are really going to have to send it. Who have we got at the moment? We've got Rise on a bit of a lap at the moment in the Merc. So he's come out quite early again to set another lap. Maybe he's come out on the older tyres. We'll have to wait and see. But he's burning down through Sector 2 at the moment. 40% battery. As he turns in, we've got, I believe, we've got a kick there starting a lap. That's Team T down there. Mr. Panda looks like he's into the pits. D White's left the session again, which is really unfortunate.
I did send him a few invites. Just let me know if you need another one, D White, but I did send you multiple.
Crossing the line, we see Crowjag does a 129 flat, so he's into P2 now. So he's improved. Rise, what's it going to be coming down to the line? 10% battery. He is going to do 128.766. So that's going to be provisional pole at the moment for Rise, and he will go back around. At the moment, we've got Uncle Morty. He looks like he is about to start a lap, potentially. He's got 100% battery there. We see Aston Martin going into the pits. No, Uncle Morty has decided to go into the pits as well. He's got a 129.2 on the board. Sorry, I didn't see that time there. Who else we got? We have got the Horizon. He is about to start a lap. So we'll check in with him in a minute. We have a Red Bull coming around at the moment on an outlap. That's Chevy Wolves. And it looks like Roby1 Kenobi, he's on a lap at the moment. He's burning down to the line. Plenty of battery still left, so he still has plenty of time left in his lap because he's just done a 130.8. And we are seeing who we got at the moment. We have TMT. He's coming down to the line. What's his time going to be? It's going to be an improvement. It's going to be a 1:29.082. Only good enough for P4 at the moment, though. So the Mercs 1 and 3 at the moment. They've got it over the kicks at the moment, but I'm sure Nia Eshe, he'll be sitting in the pits, licking his lips, waiting to get out there. He'll want to show these guys what he can do, and he'll want to put it on pole. We're seeing Sorotkin. He is just starting his outlap now, burning plenty of battery before he even gets to the line there. So that's an interesting one there from Sorotkin. But he's already got a good time on the board, 29.2. Can he improve on that? We'll see what he's doing through Sector 1 here. Are we seeing an improvement from Sorotkin so far? He's coming around down through turn 4 at the moment. Looks like he's doing quite a nice job at the moment. 60% battery is slightly improving here, Keeper. You good with the invites, mate? You ready to jump?
Yeah, mate, got him sorted. Got him sorted.
All good, mate. We got Soup for Duck. He's on an outlap at the moment. I believe the Ryzen, your teammate, he's about to come down towards the line, mate. Take us away for the end of his lap.
The Ryzen's just finished his lap, I believe. Done a 1:35. Yeah.
Oh, that's Milano that's about to start a lap at the moment. So
Yep.
he's starting. We got a Red Bull coming down to the line. I think that's Chevy Wolves, mate. He's into the pits.
Into the pits. Everyone's going into the pits. Who have we got next? We've got Sorotkin on his lap. It's going to be the next one to come across here as he heads down the back straight here. Only burns down to about 24% there before coming off it, so he's going to have plenty of battery to turn when he comes out of this last corner here, and he's straight onto the battery while still coming around that last corner into the DRS and over the line. It's going to be a 1:28.9. He's up to P3. Good lap there from Sorotkin.
Yeah, it's a fantastic lap from him, but is he going to have enough time to get around and get back out? I don't think he will, Keeper, to be honest. I think that's going to be Sorotkin done for this session. Got in nice and early, got a lap done. But who else we got? We got Woofer. He looks like D White has left this session again. This is getting to a point where it's not looking good for D White, to be honest, mate.
No, not looking good at all for D White at the moment there, Nishka. Just let me know if you need another invite, mate. I did send you a few, but you may have already used them, so just let me know if you do need another one, mate. As you can see, we've got Milano coming down to the back straight here on his lap, looking to improve. He was obviously having those issues in his first lap with his throttle. I wonder if he's fixed those now here as he burns right down to the line. And it's going to be a 1:29.1, so massive improvement there. That will be him done. He's not going to have enough time to get back around, but a massive improvement after those throttle issues there on his first run.
And I'm going to take us here with our sprint winner. He's on a lap. He's got plenty of traffic coming out in front of him. It's Nia Eshe. He got this all wrong. He's got the traffic all in front of him. Hopefully they get out of his way. Oh, that looked real dicey for him there. He had a fair bit of traffic in front of him that he's got to navigate here. The two cars on the right, they've got out of his way nicely. 40% battery left though. He's burnt plenty of battery early in this lap here, Keeper. As he comes down, starting sector 2, he is improving, but only by 1/10 at the moment. So that's not going to see him get pole at the moment. What can he do? It does look like he might pick up a tow here from TMT, who's just in front of him. He's coming up to this next DRS straight. He hasn't burnt any batteries through that middle bit there, though. He's saved a bit there, regained it. Here he comes. Battery on, coming down. I think TMT's too far in front of him here to give him a tow. Might have to get the tow down on the next straight. Plenty of cars coming through here. Oh, right near where he's got to turn in. Oh, this is not ideal for Nia Eshe at the moment. As he comes through the end of Sector 2, what's the time looking like at the moment? 2.5 tenths. That's not going to put him on pole, unfortunately, but he's going to get a massive tow down here. What can he do? TMT is going to pull out of the way at the last second. 10% battery. He's got to chuck it into this last corner here, Keeper. Burning down to the line. 10% battery. What's it going to be? Is it going to be provisional pole? Nia Eshe. Yes, it is with a 28.553.
Massive tow there from his teammate. Absolutely working wonders. And then he gives his teammate a tow as well. Hopefully he got out of that last turn well enough to really get onto a good start of his lap, because he pulled out of the way very late on that straight there, which would have compromised his turn into that last corner. But he has picked up a tow from his teammate along the way.
Yeah, and we're seeing Rise. He's coming down to the line next. What's it going to be for Rise? Is he improving? Is it going to be pole? It is with a 28.266. What a time from Rise. Wow-wee. What have we just seen there, keeper? That was a fantastic lap from him. We're seeing Woofer coming down to the line. He's into the pits. Nothing happening there. We've got a Hash driver coming down to the line. That's Shining Swarm. What is Shining Swarm going to be able to do? P9 at the moment. The Hash driver burning his battery down. To the line. What's it going to be? Still P9. Now we have a Williams driver, P7. What's he going to do? P11. Another Hash driver, Panda. He's coming down to the line. He's into the pits. We've got a Red Bull, I believe, coming over the line. That's Dilby. What's it going to be for Dilby? P11. We got the other Red Bull, Chevy Wolves, coming down to the line. What's he going to do? 10% battery here. We got the kick of TMT coming across behind him. Take us away with TMT, keeper.
Are you just watching, mate? I'm getting D White back in before.
Oh, yeah, TMT. He goes P4. We got the other Merc. Crojack goes P3. Wow, these times are just flying in at the moment. We got David P9, Morty P7. We got the kick Eshe. Is he trying to improve again? No, he's not. Srotkin's retired. I think that's everyone done. Romulan Kenobi maybe. No, he's just slowly going into the pits. He's done. And that's qualifying. You got Merc P1 and P3. You got Kick P2, P5. And Srotkin splitting them all up in P4.
We've got two very, very strong constructors in this session, in this division, Nishka, and they proved it in the first round, and they've proven it in the second round. So far, this will be very interesting.
Yeah, I've just seen as well in the chat there for D White, have one more go, and then if he crashes again, just to go into the pits and retire, and will be awarded with a pity point if that happens. So we'll just see how we go. But that was a fantastic qualifying. Rise absolutely pulled that lap out of the bag when he had to. Nia Eshe, oh, who knows what that could have been if all that impeding. Well, I don't know if it was impeding, but it was a lot of traffic that was getting in his way, and who knows what could have been. But it's going to be Rise P1, Nia Eshe P2, Krojak P3, Srotkin P4, TMT P5, Paul in Hell P6, Morty P7, Milano P8, David P9, Shining P10, Soup for Duck P11, Dilby P12, Chevy Wolves, P Sapphire, Woofer, the Ryzen, Panda, Romulan Kenobi and D White. Those McLarens, they got a lot of work to do here, keeper.
They certainly do, mate. P18, P19. Very unfortunate for D White here, who's every time he tries to get in his own seat, it is crashing his game. So very unfortunate. He has got another invite. Hopefully he can get back in and get in control of that car for this race. Otherwise, it's going to be a very rough night for D White, unfortunately.
Yeah, Connor Webby, I'm seeing that you've requested the onboard there, mate, but I'll be sticking with the action for the first lap. So if you still want the onboard for the second lap, let us know. Otherwise, we'll get that refunded for you, mate. But the guys now, they are doing the best they can to get their setups absolutely spot on for, for the race here. Bahrain, under lights. It's going to be a cracking race. Turn one's going to be full of action, plenty of chaos. And Keeper, you're going to take us away for this race start in this one, mate.
Yep, no worries, mate. I can do that. As soon as we load in here, as the players are just be getting their setup slightly adjusted for the race from quali and setting out their race strategy here, Nishka. It'd be interesting to see if anyone goes against the norm. Obviously, the one-stop meds to hards is what majority of people go for. Will we see any two stops tonight? Will someone start on hards? That's the question we're about to find out.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if these guys change up any of the strategy, what they choose to do, and also when they choose to pit. That's also going to be the other interesting thing. It looks like it's a very sunny night in Bahrain, as you'd expect. But take us away, mate.
Yep, so you can see we've got 5 red lights here at the Bahrain Grand Prix, and the lights are out, and away we go here as Nia Eshe looked a bit shaky off the start there, Nishka, and Rise is leading them down into turn 1 here, but I think Nia might have the inside run here. Despite that shaky looking start, he's turned into turn 1 in first place, but Rise is going to come back at it, and we've got contact here. Rise had contact with Naya Eshe and dropped down a position into P3 there off the start. The back of the grid looks to us. Oh, there's a
there's
bit of
plenty
drama at the
happening.
back there, I think.
There's plenty happening back there. Let's see what's going on. Oh, we got Chevy Wolves. He's around. We got D White. He's not sure what's happened with D White there. He's wow! I just see Wolf just absolutely cannon into the back of one of the Hasses there. So not sure what's happened there. Oh my days, plenty happening back there. But let's get back towards the front because there's a good little battle happening up here between it's a kick sandwich. Look at it. It's a double decker sandwich too with two Mercs in the middle.
Oh, it definitely is, Nishka, and this is going to be a brilliant race to watch this one. Who knows how this one's going to pan out, but two very strong teams here in Division 5, and they are showing it with a front of the grid lockout between the two teams. It's going to be a good battle over the course of this race here. As you can see, Sirotkin has already dropped out of DRS down there in P5, so if he cannot get back in there soon, this could be an absolute runaway for these front four.
Yeah, absolutely. And one to note here is Romeo and Kenobi. Look where he is. He's up in the P11, so he's had a fantastic start in amongst all that chaos. And, look at Soup for Duck. He's missing half his wing. Oh, he's had an absolute nightmare there. So he is going to have to probably go get that changed. And, yeah, his start on is not off to... Well, it's not off to a great start, let's be honest. But, anyway, back to the action at the front keeper.
Yeah, no worries, Nishka. So yeah, you can see here, Rise has dropped right off the back of Naya Eshe. He's lost DRS very early, so could we see a repeat, but possibly an even bigger win here for Naya from the sprint race with more laps here. He's just driven away from them again in absolutely fine form at the moment. Was brilliant last night in Div 4 and is just showing that talent again tonight in Div 5 here. But you can see Rise and Crowjag's just dropped out of the DRS of Rise now, so he's now going to be coming under a lot of pressure from TMT, and Sirotkin has managed to close that DRS gap back in. Rise has as well up the front, or he's just dropped back out again. He's flirting with it. He's trying to hold on to Naya Eshe there, and he's got the DRS, so he has managed to get back in there. So very well done by Rise, holding on to the race leader and getting that DRS as Crowjag has obviously dropped right off here, which is going to create a bit of a battle here for that P3 position, Nishka.
Yeah, absolutely. We will redeem that on board now of Uncle Morty. Now we will go through the next lap as well, as we've only just jumped on board with him. But yeah, he looks like he's had a alright start. Doesn't look like he's got any damage there at the moment. Sitting there in P10, looking to try close in on P7. Romeo and Kenobi, he looks like he's quite quick though. He's sitting behind him on those soft tyres. He might be looking to get a move done. As we see Rise now go the fastest lap, he's closed in on Naya Eshe, and they look like they're going to settle in for a fantastic battle up the front. But TMT gets the job done on Crowjag as well, as we see a bit further up the track. Will Romeo and Kenobi, will he have a go here? Doesn't look like it at the moment. Uncle Morty though, just struggling to keep up with P7 at the moment. P7 looks like he's got some pretty good pace at the moment. He's closed right in onto the back of David, and a Williams driver looking to try and get up there. So great start there for the Williams boys as well, with Sirotkin and P7 both inside the top 10, and a great start for the Alpines, both inside the top 10 also.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams here that have got very strong lineups, Nishka, in this division, mate, and they are showing it right now. You can see 2 Kicks in the top 10, 2 Mercedes in the top 10, 2 Williams in the top 10, 2 Alpines in the top 10. That is going to make for a very, very interesting constructors battle over the course of this season, if this is the form that we can come to be familiar with in this division.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I think this division is going to be super exciting as the season goes on. Like, we know some guys we've got the pace already, the usual suspects, but then you've got the other guys that are relatively unknown, and you're seeing them improve as they race, and that's what makes this division so fascinating. Each week you just don't know who's going to turn up and win, do you, Keeper?
No, that's it. It's really good when you got this competitive grid, having no idea who's going to win. There's a couple of really good divisions that we've got over the 5 divisions in Rush here this year, and there's a lot of those divisions.
Sorry, I'll go jump in here, Keeper. There's a fantastic battle happening there for P1. Rise got the move done on Naya Eshe. Sorry to interrupt there, Keeper. But yeah, that concluded our onboard lap 2 with Uncle Morty. Back to you, Keeper.
Yeah, thank you, Nishka, very much. And yeah, Rise has completed that move there. He's obviously used a lot of battery to get it done, so he's going to have Naya coming straight back at him here, I believe. yeah, he's going to be looking very hard to defend here. He's going to have to try and save some battery so he can make it work, but very well done early on in this race here to stay with him because he absolutely ran away with the sprint. Rise has learnt the lesson from the sprint, and he's absolutely taken it up here to one of the top drivers in this division.
Yeah, this is a fantastic battle happening between these two at the moment. A bit further down though, we will get involved with this one because Dilby, he is looking to make a move here on Sorokin. He's closed that gap right up. We did close it right up. Sorokin's managed to pull away through this middle sector here, so yeah, not so sure if he's had a bit of a moment there. Sorokin though, he's on the back of Milano Gaming. This is a fantastic battle in this mid pack here, but yeah. Take us away, Keep. Take me away, Keep. I need a little breather for 2 minutes.
Nah, you're right, mate. Yeah, you can see Dilby here sitting off the back here, but Sorokin also, like you said, just on the back of Milano Gaming there. Is he going to try and get a move done down this main straight? It doesn't look like he's close enough. He's just going to tuck in behind him there. As you can see, yeah, this three-way battle pack is going to be a good one here, as Milano is trying very hard to get back into the DRS of Krojak, and he has succeeded here. He's back in the DRS only just, though, but this will make for a very good battle, DRS battle and DRS train here off the back of that third position of TMT Legend, who did get past Krojak there.
Yeah, this is gonna be a massive battle here for P3 at the moment. Because look at all these guys; they are all in a DRS train, or almost in a DRS train. Sorotkin's just dropped off a little bit off the back of Milano, but those other three, they're all in a battle now. Milano's got himself right up in there, so you'll be happy to see that your VCarb teammate getting in amongst it.
Ah, definitely, Nishka. It's been an up and down week for us, same as week one. So when we can see these strong performances from our guys, it's always good to see. They've been putting in the practice, and it's always rewarding, as you know, when you put in the practice to see the results come from it as well. So credit to him. He's really been working, and hopefully we can see him up in this position or maybe even higher when we come across the line on lap 29.
And here we go. We're going to see down into turn one again. This battle for P1. Naya Eshe's got plenty of battery. He's got his DRS wide open. Looks up the inside. He looks like he's going to be able to get it done on this occasion. Rise has a little look up the inside. Thinks better of it. Just tucks in behind him for now. And this battle, I think, is going to keep going backwards and forwards for a bit longer. Oh, as we see, Rise gets a little bit out of shape there. And this could be Naya's chance here to try and pull away. In the background there we are seeing that battle is closing up there between a lot of these cars up the front here. We've seen Dilby's now tacked on to the back of these guys too. He's looking to get in amongst this battle too. It's all going to be P3, 5 cars all battling it out. I think Uncle Morty, he's struggling as well, but Shining Swarm, he's on the march. Look at him go. He makes the move there on Robin Kenobi and gets it done, makes it stick. And Shining Swarm looking for a top 10 finish here. He's on the march. He's got Uncle Morty in his sights and closing in quickly. Look at this one, Keeper.
Yeah, he's been practicing a lot. He's been putting the effort all over pre-season and since the season has started. It's great to see it. And it's great to see the improvement here of the guys putting in the hard work. And just like I said with Milano before, mate, these guys are putting in the work and they're reaping the rewards, and it's great to see.
Yeah, it is. It is fantastic. From when I first met Shining and to where he's got to now, it's been a massive improvement, and I'll be super stoked if he can manage to get himself into this top 10 and even push towards the top 5. Ooh. Because he deserves it, mate. Whoa! What's happened there? What a terrible rejoin! Holy, what did I just see there?
Oh no. And we're going to have some drama here because I got told not to put the commentator's curse on Shining Swarm by him in my messages earlier, and we just praised him, and he's just absolutely been cleaned up by a terrible rejoin, I believe.
We got a safety car. And we will
have our first safety car.
That is absolutely diabolical from that Williams driver, that rejoin. That is, yeah, that's not good. We do not want to see that. That was like Randy Orton, RKO out of nowhere. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was very, very full on. Wasn't great at all. And yeah, this will be interesting on the restart for these 2 cars down the back, as well as we've got D White's car in AI, as he's been unable to take his seat to even retire the vehicle.
Yeah, how many of these guys now though are we going to see diving in and going onto the hard tyre? That's you're probably 2 or 3 laps short of the window where you wanted to get onto the hards. So these guys are going to be brave enough to just jump straight off these tyres and go onto the hard tyre here, keeper.
Yeah, well, you can see half the grid has jumped into the pits and pitted. So Rotkin's gone on to another set of meds here. So he is definitely committing to a 2-stop, 100%. These guys on the hards, it'll be an interesting one. I think they're going to be too short. I think they're going to have to do 2 stops, which means these guys at the front that are choosing to stay out, they may, if they do stay out, they're in front of the safety car at the moment. So if they do stay out, it'll be very interesting to see if that work. I reckon that'll work in their favour because they're at the front of the grid. I think they're quick enough on those meds still to hold off those blokes on the fresh hards, and they'll only have to do 1 stop from here as well, and all the guys behind them will have to stop too. But they are coming in here. The front 2 are into the pits. 3rd, 4th, and 5th all coming in as well here. And I'm assuming we will see that Williams that was involved in that incident, he will be coming in as well, I would imagine.
This is going to be interesting.
So we're going to see everyone on fresh hards.
Both these guys are going to be double stacked. This is going to be interesting to see where the guys come out here, whether they come out still in front.
This could work into Milano's favour massively here, with the 2 other teams potentially being double stacked. I think the kicks have got away with it just fine. As you can see, Milano rejoined fine, and they've got away. They've got away with it there. There was just a big enough gap for them to get away with it. So the top 5 does not change its pit order, and yeah, we are seeing that Williams come in here.
Yeah,
who has a 10-second penalty as well.
While we're on the safety car here, mate, can you just try one more time? Just send D White one more invite, please, mate. He's asked in the chat there. Just give him, just while we're on the safety car, mate. Just try getting.
Yep, no, that's all right. Sorry, I didn't say that earlier, D White. We'll I'll jump in there now and try and get you one, buddy.
Yeah, so there wasn't too much changing up in amongst all that chaos. We see Sorokin. He's pitted, but he's gone back onto another set of mediums. So he's not going to be able to make them go all the way. So he's going to have to pit again. So that's going to put him in a very tough position. All the other guys, they've pitted onto their hard tyres, and they are going to be looking to go to the end from here, I believe. I couldn't imagine any of these guys that have gone onto the hards would be trying to make a 2-stop work. I think they'll all be trying to go for the 1 car.
Oh, just about to click on the invite for D White, and communicating comes up. So it'll be about 10 seconds away, D White, and you'll have your invite, mate.
Well, let's catch our breath now, keeper. Anyway, let's take stock of what's been happening. We'll have a look at the position changes. So we're seeing Romeo and Kenobi. They probably come at an ideal time for him because he was struggling on those soft tyres, but now he's onto a fresh set of hards, and he's in P9, so he has had a massive win there after starting from the back. So it's not all doom and gloom for the McLarens at the moment, as we see D White has joined now. Up P7, up 7 positions as well, Mr. Panda. So he is slowly climbing into the race as well. We do know that he has been trying to improve over the off-season too, so this could be the chance he's been after. He's up into that top 10 now. No penalties, looking to make things happen. We see Uncle Morty, he's dropped 4 positions. Hasn't quite had the pace tonight that we're usually accustomed to. But will he be a different driver on these hard tyres? We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, definitely will. But yeah, it's going to make for a change here. How many guys here are going to be able to manage these tyres, Nishka? Like, obviously, you know, in this game, a lot of people are really good at managing tyres, other people not so much. So that could play a huge part here. We could see half this grid potentially have to pit again, and we could see half of them be able to make this 1-stop work. It'll be very interesting from this position to see how this one plays out.
Yeah, just got to sort something out quickly.
That's alright, I'm stuck in communicating, like completely stuck in it, so...
Sorry guys, I just have to sort something out real quick. Anyway, back to the action. Behind the safety car, we got Nyashe leading. He is on the hard tyre. We got Rise, he's on the hard tyre too. He's in P2. TMT, P3 on the hard tyre. Crowjag, P4. So It's still that kick and Merc battle happening up the front there. Milano flying the flag for the V-Carbs. He's there in P5. He's on the hard tie. Sorokin, he's in an awkward position now, having to get those mediums and then have to do another stop still. He's going to be in a world of hurt. He's going to have to try and make some damage early on those medium tyres. Dilby, he's in a great position though now. He's in P7. Looks like he could probably go all the way there with those hard tyres as well. So he will be in a fantastic position there. David, he's just been chipping away as he always does in that Alpine. He's in P8. Looking to just keep creeping up that order. Romeo and Kenobi's, he has been driving a fantastic race so far. He has to keep it up though. Can he do it on the hard tyres? We've seen him do it on the softs. Mr. Panda creeping into contention. As we see, the cars are going to go around one more time. Conor Webby's saying these tyres won't last. Well, they're going to have to make them last, mate, I believe. They're only going to have to do...
Yeah, I mean,
everyone would normally pit on lap 10 anyway to do the one stop like at the earliest. And to be honest, they're still on a safety car. These tyres wouldn't have worn very much. So I think they will. I think they'll last.
Yeah, I think they will too. And if they don't, Sorokin could be in a good position. Obviously on the fresh set of meds. But then again, I guess the others would be finishing on meds and he'd be having to go to hards because he's already been through 2 sets of meds, hasn't he? So.
Yep, Sorokin's going to have to go to the hards. It's going to be interesting. He's going to have to make a real charge here early on here to keep himself in contention. Or pray for Romeo and Kenobi needs an invite, mate. If you can get Romeo and Kenobi an invite, he has been disconnected as well. What is happening in that McLaren garage? They got Macca's Wi-Fi or something.
On it, mate, on it.
Don't know about Macca's Wi-Fi. McLaren Wi-Fi, more like it. But anyway, we should see the safety car in this lap now. Everyone is closing in behind. No, Esha will get us underway. As you see him try and get those tyres up to temp. Hopefully we get a nice clean getaway keeper and we see 19 laps of fantastic racing to get us finished here. It's going to be rough down into the first corner. Hopefully everyone gets through with no carnage. Esha coming around the final turn now. Still sitting there nice and slow. Rise just tucked in behind him. He's gone. He's off as they come roaring down the Bahrain straight. Down to turn 1. TMT out in that clear air. Rise having a look up the inside. Looks to make the move. Esha just sticks it fat around the outside. Holds the position for now. Rise sends it a bit wide there on those cold tyres. But doing a pretty good job at the moment. TMT, everyone else looks to be getting through okay at the moment. Haven't seen any more drama back in the field. So everyone looks like they got through safely. It looked like a bit of a move there coming from Uncle Morty on Panda. Did he make it stick? Yes, he did. So fantastic move from him. Romeo and Kenobi, he is just sitting there in that McLaren now, in behind David. David doing a fantastic job there in P8. Dilby, he is all over the back of Sorokin though. Sorokin on those medium tyres, they haven't fired up like he probably would have hoped. And he's struggling just that little bit at the moment here, keeper.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get him an invite back in Romeo and Kenobi, but he's not even showing up on my friends list at all now, and he was there earlier, so I'm not sure what's going on here.
Yeah, that's not ideal for Romeo and Kenobi. As we've seen, who was that? Someone was off the track there, and that was D White. D White was off the track there, so not sure what's happened to him there, but he is back in last position at the moment. Hopefully D White is still in. As we see a bit of a move.
No, he disconnected again.
Oh no, that's really unfortunate for him. P. Sefa looking for a move around the outside on Soup for Duck. And he's going to get it done at the moment. Yeah, I don't know how much good it's going to do for him at the moment because that rejoin was absolutely shocking from him. But we'll have to wait and see what happens in the steward's room with that. As Soup for Duck goes for the move back on him. As we're seeing the Haas of Mr. Panda, Romeo and Kenobi, they're getting a bit wheel locked. There they are. They're still wheel locked. They're still wheel locked. They're still wheel locked. Panda's lost out to a wheel lock. Oh, look at them all flying past. This is crazy. Oh, Panda's not going to be happy. He's not a happy Panda right now as he looks to go for the move back around the outside on Roman Wakanobi. Looks for a bit of a switchback. Oh, there's cars going everywhere here, Keeper. Let me catch my breath.
Yeah, I cannot get Romy One Kenobi in. He's just disappeared off my friends list. He's not even in the offline section now, so I'm not sure what I can do for him there. So I'll have to get back to the commentary.
Oh, D White's
There,
never
as you
been
can
in the seat. He can't even get into the seat. So D White is
No,
absolutely
every
having
time
a
he joins the
nightmare.
session, he clicks the seat and it disconnects.
D White just put in a ticket, mate. Asked for a point there for just EA being EA, mate. I think that's the best we can do from here on in. I know it's really unfortunate, and it's not been a happy night for the McLaren boys so far. And apologies to you guys. But back towards the front there, mate. Keeper, take us away with this action here at the front. We've got Nyeshe leading the race.
Yeah, no worries, mate. I'll just go off the stream for now until I can get rid of communicating. So yeah, Night Eshe leading the race. He's 5 to 6 tenths up from Rise as they head down the main straight. Rise will be looking to try and make a move. Can't quite get it done there going into turn 1. As you can see there, the top 4 are still both the Kicks and both the McLarens there. They may have changed positions a few times over the course of this race, but they are battling very hard here at the top of the grid. And you can see a bit further down the grid, you've got Sirotkin there looking to try and hold on to the gap to Milano, who has fallen out of the DRS of Krojag. So Sirotkin can stay there, which he has managed to for now. That will be a very good position he'll be sitting in there and putting Milano under a lot of pressure here, right up the tail of him here as they head down towards this quick left-hander and onto the next DRS straight. Will he be able to get close enough to get a move done here?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if he can. It doesn't look like it at the moment, but look a little bit further down there. I just seen a bit of teamwork going on there. Uncle Morty getting past David, and they're looming in the back like a big pink and blue sharks. They are working together, and they are chasing down this lead pack. Are they going to be able to snavel them up as this race goes on here, Keeper?
Yeah, that'll be a very interesting one to watch there. As we can see, things are going sorry quickly. Bad from worse for McLaren as Romy One Kenobi's AI has pitted him. He's now 28 seconds behind Mr. Panda.
Oh, that's an absolute disaster for Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah, this has been an absolute disaster for McLaren. So, yeah, that's absolute shame for them. Arvark saying absolute cinema. Yeah, absolute cinema. There was plenty happening. There was, Sorokin looks like to go for a move. Oh, a bit of contact there from Dilby into the back of Milano Gaming. Oh no, that's did he get any damage in all of that there? Let's have a look. Dilby, did you get? He's missing an end plate. He's missing more than an end plate. I think he's missing a fair chunk of that
just
wing.
me, or is he lagging really badly?
He is actually moving around a little bit. He is. He's stuttering there a little bit, so that's not ideal as well. That possibly could have been contributed to that, but anyway, we'll go back to the action because Sorokin did get the move done on Milano. Milano is trying to hold on to that DRS. Can he do it? Looks like he's going to get that DRS open. Dilby's going to be in all sorts of trouble now with that broken wing. He may have to pit, but I don't know what he's going to have to do unless he's got another set of hard tyres. Probably got to try and stick it out.
Milano's missing a right end plate too.
Oh, so Milano's got missing a right end plate too. So I'll tell you, the Sharks, they're looming. The Sharks are looming, Keeper. Look at them. Look at them circling like pink and blue sharks.
They're coming here. They've got two wounded in front of them, and they are just hunting them down at the moment, Nishka. And this is a very good position for these two Alpines to be sitting in.
Yeah, they're in a very good position now. I think with both those cars having the damage in front of them, and Sorokin also on the medium tyres, he's going to have to pit again. See. We do say Dilby, he's into the pits. So here come the Sharks. The Sharks are coming. They're looking for a top 5 here, these boys, I think. They're doing a fantastic job at the moment. But we do have a battle at the front. Look at this. Keep us side by side. Noah Eshe and the Rise. Noah Eshe holds on once more. So this is a fantastic battle happening up the front here as well. As Sorokin and Milano, they're going at it as well. Sorokin holds on. Milano in P6 still. And the Sharks are still looming. They're going at it again. Milano's going at it again with that end plate missing. looks like he's got the job done on Sirotkin this time. Sirotkin's got he's lost out massively there. What's happened there? He's even. I
I'm
think
not too
he's
sure.
fallen out of the DRS, and now he's gonna. Well, the Sharks are gonna be hungry. They're gonna be after him first. They're coming.
They definitely are here, but you can see Sirotkin has closed the gap back to Milano now, back to within side 7/10 here, and he's closing it down very quickly. So I dare say they might have just had a bit of a moment when they swapped positions there, potentially. He's head down focused, and he's obviously got the undamaged wing versus the damaged wing here. He'll be able to reel him in pretty quickly, almost down to under 5/10 here as we enter the last corner. Will he be able to get a move done on him? As we go back to the front though and see Rise trying to get a move done here on Nia Eshe down into turn 1. There's a bit of movement for both of them as Rise goes round the outside of Nia Eshe here, so that he can have the inside line into turn 2. They're going to go side by side through turn 2 and closes the door there. Does Rise on Nia Eshe and holds that P1 position there. He's done very well to get that move done as Nia Eshe looks to come straight back at him here into turn 3, and he's going to get the switch back on him. Absolutely beautiful move there down the inside and takes P1 back. These two are battling it and giving it their absolute all, Nishka.
What absolute racing that was. That was absolutely fantastic. Yeah, so that was incredible from both those drivers there. Nice and clean, no touching, and yeah, beautifully done. But let's go back a little bit further down. We'll come back to those guys in a minute. Sirotkin, he has managed to get back into the points, the DRS. He's got back into the DRS, but look in the back, the Blue Sharks. Here they come, mate. I'm telling you, they want to swallow Sirotkin and Milano up. I'm telling you right now, keeper.
They are coming here. The experience of Uncle Morty and David, two teammates from last season. So I think they've been teammates for more than just last season before. I think they've been teammates a long time before that as well. So they've got the experience together here. As you can see, David coming under a lot of pressure from Soup for Duck though at the back here. Have we got a Ferrari trying to get themselves in the picture to try and cause issues as Uncle David sees the danger coming and puts the foot down there and just extends that gap out a little bit here. But he's got to be careful because he's in danger of dropping out of DRS of his teammate if he's not careful. But Uncle Morty, without the DRS here, David will be able to get back onto the back of him here and just continue to protect him. As you can see, Sirotkin was thinking about a move there on Milano, but just tucked back in behind him here and goes, I will wait for the next opportunity.
Oh, they're still going at it at the front of you, keeper. Look at this, side by side. Oh, wow, what racing that was. That was fantastic as well, man. Oh, this race, what a Div5 race this is. This is incredible, keeper. I'm absolutely loving this.
Oh, we've got battles going on everywhere here, Nishka, and they're very good battles between everyone. It's very hard to know what to look at or know what's going to happen next because the moves are just happening at the front of the grid, in the middle of the grid. As Soup for Duck has got the move done on David there, so the Ferrari has come to break up the Shark party.
Oh, the Sharks have been broken up by a Ferrari. Oh, no. But look, still one of the Sharks is circling. Here he comes. He's coming down, looks at the inside. Sirotkin is looking for an easy meal, doesn't get it. Nothing happening there. So we go back to Sirotkin there. He's all over the back of Milano. This is helping Milano, though, that he's under pressure from Uncle Morty. Soup for Duck, he's going to be quick on those medium tyres for a little bit, but he's going to have to pit again as well. So that'll bring David and Morty, the two Sharks, back together. And they will be looking to feast on some of these guys in front of them, I think, keeper, as this goes on. But there is another person who could be coming to spoil the party. We haven't spoken much about him. Chevy Wolves, he's just been going about his business. And here we go. It could be the battle between the Sharks and the Wolf.
It very well could be, as we've spoken a bit on him in the qualifying sessions earlier tonight. But yeah, he's been pretty quiet in this race. But like you said, just going about his business. He's another one that falls into that same category as a few boys on this grid, the experienced ones, the ones that have been around for a little bit longer in this division. And he knows what it takes to get a result done here as Soup for Duck gets David back there after David quickly got him. Yeah, you can see here the guys on the hards, the experienced guys are all on the hards. They've got a couple of people around them on the meds. They know that they're going to have to pit again. They know they're not getting those meds home. So they're just being very smart about when they go for their moves. You know, not doing anything risky because they know they're going to get those positions anyway.
Could we see these medium runners extend out and then go onto the softs at the end, keeper? Is that something they might chance their arms at? Is that what
Well,
we're seeing here?
Sirotkin might very well think about it because there's only 11 laps left in this race and he has to go to softs or hards. He's been on 2 sets of mediums, so he doesn't have another set of mediums to go to unless he wants to get disqualified and go to his old one. So at this point in time, with 11 laps to go, I reckon he would be looking to try and push it out maybe another 3 or 4 laps if he can, and then just go onto the softs.
Yeah, I think Soup for Duck. I think he's probably thinking the same because he remember he did make those softs go a long way in that sprint race, so he's probably definitely thinking that he could get his softs to the end from here. I think I think that's how he'd be thinking.
Yeah, I think he's spot on there. Obviously, the sprint was 10 laps. We're now 10 laps out from the finish, so he knows he can get him there. As you can see here, David, making a move back on to Soup for Duck there, and he's got the move done on him. Back to the front, Nishka.
Oh man, look at this battle is fascinating between Rise and Nyesha. They just went side by side again through turn 4. Rise winning out once again on this occasion, but this could go either way. Both these guys leaving nothing on the line. As we're seeing in the background there too, Krojak is closing in onto the back of TMT, so that's going to be another fantastic battle between the Kick and the Mercedes as well. That's going to be for P3 at the moment. Uncle Morty, he looks like he's got Sirotkin now, so he is going to be the one now out after Milano. So the Sharks have gobbled up one. Is the other Shark going to feast on Sirotkin too? Because David, he's going to be in his rear vision mirror very shortly too. When will we see these guys on the mediums pit here, Keeper?
Yeah, I think Soup for Duck could go any moment now. And yeah, look, I think if Sirotkin sees Soup for Duck go behind him, he'll follow on the very next lap. But they don't want to leave it for too long. They're getting chewed up now by the hards that are in a much better position than them right now. And the longer they leave it, the less time they've got at the back end of this race to make some moves on those softs. So, they don't want to leave themselves with not enough laps left to do something.
Yeah, absolutely. Uncle Morty, he looks like he's slowly closing in on Milano, though, down to 1.8 seconds. Sirotkin, he's not done with, though. Look at him. He is coming up to the back of Uncle Morty here. No battery, looks to dump back to the inside, back to the outside, tucks back in behind him. Can't get the job done. Those medium tyres, they must be starting to hurt now against those hard tyres who are probably in their really nice operating window at the moment. So, yeah, Sirotkin's going to have the battle on his hands there to try and get that place back. Chevy Wolves, though, a bit further down, he does now have the move done on David, and he is out after these guys. He could be the mover. He's going to be the one to watch here, Keeper.
Yeah, he's picked up the DRS there from Soup for Duck as he's gone into the pits, who's actually gone on to another set of meds that he must have pitted off when he got damaged right at the start of the race. So he's got another set of meds there, Soup for Duck. Well, actually, that's a good question. Has he actually been on hards at all?
No,
Is he on his third stint of meds?
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe he started on hards. I'm not sure. We'll have to.
Yeah, it's an interesting one there. But yeah, Chevy Wolves has picked the DRS up off Soup for Duck there and then used it to get the move on David down that main straight. Very well done, and he'll be looking to try and close that gap to Sirotkin now. He knows he's got the pace. He knows he's on the better tyre, so he'll be head down now and just looking to close that gap.
Yeah, absolutely. If that is going back onto another set of meds, that'll be a classic Ferrari strat. If Soup was on the hards in the middle of the race, apparently. So, yep.
Okay, there you go.
So, yep, we didn't see that one. We're going to see any pit stops. I believe we'll see some pit stops. I think Sirotkin would definitely have to pit. And I think, we've seen Soup for Duck, he's just gone in. Paul and Hell's just gone in as well. So we've seen some guys starting to pit. I don't think we're going to see any of these guys at the front pitting, though, as we see Rise and Nyesha, they're still going at it. What a fantastic battle this is. Krojak, he's just biding his time, sitting in behind TMT here. I wouldn't want to be Milano at the moment with that broken wing. You got a couple of sharks chasing you. You got a wolf. It'd be scary. It'd be scary, Keeper.
It would be, but he has absolutely gapped Uncle Morty in the last couple of laps. That was under 2 seconds not that long ago, and now it's just been up above 3. As I say, yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with the timer there. It's gone from over 3 seconds to 2.6 and back over 3. But yeah, Milano has really gapped Uncle Morty here and taken a bit of pressure off himself now.
Yeah, I wonder if it's because Uncle Morty's been under this pressure still from Sirotkin. Sirotkin's still doing a good job here, trying to battle and staying amongst it. Is it costing Morty a bit of time? Have to wait and see. But Chevy Wolves also doesn't look like he's closing in as quick as I expected him to. So yeah, these guys doing a fantastic job here in P5, 6, and 7 at the moment, holding on to what they've got. But yeah, Sirotkin, he's not going to be able to make those mediums go all the way. I don't think there's. If he does, that's yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, like we're seeing in the chat here, Rush Racing 10 says Milano doing a stellar job with all that damage. Yeah, he is. He's doing a fantastic job, mate. Sirotkin has to pit. He won't get to the end. Oh, I totally agree with you, mate.
They've only got a maximum tyre life of 15 or 16 laps, don't they? And he's been on them for 15, so they must be very worn.
Yeah, they'd be very worn. I'm surprised he's still going, but this would probably be the ideal time to go in and get onto some softs and try and do some damage. This battle bar at the front here, keeper, take us through this one. I'm going to sit on board with this one for this lap here because Rise and Irish, they've been going at it back and forward. We need to give this battle a bit more airtime, I think.
Yep, definitely. Sounds like a good plan, Nishko. As you said, they've been going back and forward for a while, but you can see Naya has held onto that P1 there for a few laps now. And Naya Eshe, no, sorry, I thought he picked up DRS and off a car in front of him. He's not quite close enough to that McLaren, but you can see that this is going to become interesting now. We've got two McLaren AIs that are going to get mixed up in the front runners here. This could really shake things up if Naya Eshe can time his pass past that McLaren in front of him when he gets the opportunity at the right time. He could really gap Rise here if Rise gets stuck behind him on a corner.
Can you invite David back to the session? It says David has left the session.
Yep.
So we'll try and get David back in because David is in a fantastic position at the moment. He does have 11 seconds up his sleeve, so if we can get him back in quick enough, there won't be too much damage done. Chevy Wolves, he is in P8 at the moment. He looks like he is starting to close in. He is reeling in Sirotkin pretty quick. So the Wolf is the next one after Sirotkin here. Uncle Morty, he's not making any time up on Milano. So Milano, like you said, he's doing a fantastic job. At the moment, we're seeing Rise have a look around the outside on Naira Eshe. Nothing doing at the moment. Naira Eshe holds on to that at the moment. David's joined, so no harm done there. Just a little bit of time lost, so thanks for getting him in quickly. That's well done.
That's one of his mates, I'd say, because I didn't even get to the invite screen. I was stuck in communicating. So thank you to whoever got him in.
Yep. So David's already back in, which is fantastic. He is back in the race at the moment. That might have been why Morty was losing a little bit of time there. Probably tried to get David back in too. So that's fantastic teamwork from the teammates. But here we go. We have just over 6 laps to go. And we're seeing Naira Eshe leading the race here from Rise. 5 seconds behind them, we've got TMT. He's broken away actually now from Crowjag. It's 1.4 seconds, so Crowjag might just be starting to struggle just a little bit on those tyres. Sirotkin is still going. Is he going to try and make these medium tyres go all the way here, Keeper? This will be a massive effort if he can make them last.
Yeah, it'll be a huge effort. And the big tough one here for Rise is, I think... Oh no, he wasn't quite close enough. He didn't get the DRS there, Naira Eshe. But if he can make this move and Rise doesn't get it done, this is going to be very interesting here. As the McLaren's battling Rise a little bit through that corner there, but they've got clear of it and it hasn't cost Rise any time. That could have been very, very awkward.
Yeah, he just doesn't look like he's got the battery at the moment. Just needs to try and get that battery managed for a little bit there and try and wait and make the move. At the moment, he's just really struggling with that battery. What have we got happening, mate? A bit of a...
Oh, we've just had the McLaren AI block Crowjag a little bit there. May have cost him a little bit of time, although maybe not, because he's back in DRS, so that was a bit awkward, but they managed to get past there.
Yeah, it looks like Crowjag is fairly quick through this middle sector. He keeps reeling in time on TMT, and then TMT looks like he pulls away a little bit on the straights, and it's a fascinating battle that's been going on there. Dilby picks up a 3 second down there in P10. He's on those medium tyres, making them try go to the end from here, but he's picked up another penalty. That's him up to 3 seconds now. And
Sirotkin has pitted onto the softs.
So Sirotkin's in. He's in onto the softs. Where's he coming out? Is he come out?
P13.
So he's in a fairly good spot there. He's not far behind a lot of those guys. So there's a very good chance that he gets himself back up into that up into that top 10 on those soft tyres. They're going to be very fast.
Yeah, they are. So he's timed that well. He's got into a spot where he's got a little bit of clean air when he first came out, but he's close enough here. The only concern for him is a bit of a DRS train, so he's going to have to try and make quick work of that once he closes into that DRS gap of the Ferrari of Super for Duck in front of him.
Yeah. All those guys at the top, they sort of cleared out a little bit. Risers managed just to get back into the DRS, but we'll have a look a bit further down the order here because we're these sort of final point spots from P10 down to P15. There hasn't been much coverage going on down here, but let's have a look at some of these battles we got going on. Super for Duck, he's on those fresh mediums. He's going to be looking to get the move done on Woofer. Woofer's on 18 lap hards. P Sepher on 17 lap hards. Woofer has a little look up the inside. Nothing doing at the moment. And you got Dilby just in front of them on 10 lap mediums. So this is going to be fantastic battle as this race comes into the last 4 laps here, Keeper. As we see Super for Duck, he's going for a move, Keeper.
Yeah, he is here down the inside of Woofer, and he's looking to try and get down the inside of McLaren as well. He's put his nose in and hit the rear of the Williams and cost him a bit of time. Then he's backed out of it, which nearly brought Woofer into it, but he's done the right thing there. Realised he put his nose probably where it shouldn't have been, and he's just given that position back because he very easily could have just taken that when the Williams lost some traction there, but he looks to make the move round the outside here as we head down towards the second DRS zone, and he's got the move done. Very well done there by Super Duck, and he'll be head down now, trying to chase down Dilby, although it's much of a muchness really, with Dilby having that 3-second penalty as well. So as long as he's within 3 seconds of him, he will get up to P9, Super Duck, and then it's a very big gap up to David in P8.
The one we have to watch out for here is Sorokin. Now he's on the back of this and he's on those soft tyres and he's going to be super fast in these last 3-4 laps. So is he going to make a charge through and start putting Dilby and Super for Duck under pressure as well? This is going to be a fantastic battle down here. Rise has dropped 2 seconds behind Nia Eshe here, so he must be struggling a little bit here with his tyres. Might just have to do a little bit of management here. Looks like he's struggling. Krojag, he's fallen out of the DRS of TMT. Yeah, plenty of gaps starting to open up. Uncle Morty, he is closing in. Well, not closing in, should I say. Chevy Wolves has got past him. Chevy Wolves is up into P6. The two Williams going at it into the... What are they doing? What are they doing? God. Oh my days! What have I just seen?
Dito's going to be ripping his hair out.
What have I just seen?
Disaster.
Oh my days. Sorokin on the fresh tyres. His teammate has just absolutely killed him. Oh my, that is a disaster class. Oh my days. I can't believe what I've just seen from two teammates. That is crazy. Anyway, and back to the race.
Sepha's struggling to keep that on the track there with the wing damage he's picked up from that collision he's just had with his own teammate, as Wolf is going to look to make easy work of him here, I reckon, down this next DRS zone.
Yeah, he's gonna look to make easy work of him, but yeah, Sepha not having a great night. He had an absolute terrible rejoin, and now killing his teammate. Tito is not going to be impressed.
No, there's going to be some awkward conversations in that Williams garage after this one, I reckon. But, you know, Dito always handles those situations pretty well, even if very disappointed at the outcome of that. Some big points just dropping away there for Williams at the back end of this race.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Now we're seeing pretty big gaps forming everywhere. The two Aston Martins, though, they'll be looking to work together now. Some of these drivers, they got some penalties coming their way, I think. But the winner out of all that, I believe, is Dilby, because with that 3 seconds, he was looking like he was going to come under all sorts of pressure, and that's just give him a massive bit of breathing space. As Woofer now gets the job done on P-Sepher. Sorokin's back in amongst this. Where did he come from? Oh, and look, Paul in Hell's got a broken wing. He must have copped a bit of backlash from all that stuff there too, because he's got a broken wing now too. So yeah, Sorokin can still get a decent finish here even after all the drama.
Yeah, he definitely can here as he looks to try and make a move there and got a little bit blocked by his teammate again. And the Williams have come together again. The wing damage from Cypher has pushed Sorokin off the track. This is absolute scenes here in the Williams garage. What are these teammates doing?
Oh no, I cannot believe what I've just seen here. I feel sorry for Dito right now. But anyway, back to the action. Let's move back up the order. Oh, there's big gaps everywhere. There's not much action happening right now. There's just gaps. There's gaps. The only action is the Weirds fighting each other. This is this is insane. Can Sorokin, though, now that he's about past his teammate, let's focus on the positive here. He's on those soft tyres. Can he get these guys in front of him? Because he is driving a great race. He was having a fantastic race. And he's on the back of them now. Can he get both these Aston Martins?
Alpine just spun a bit, I think. There was yellow flags in Sector 1 for a second. But they're back on and going. They're fine now. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, Chevy Wolves. Chevy Wolves looking to make it. This is back towards the front. This is a move that could be happening here. Chevy Wolves looking to try get Milano here. Milano with that wing damage. Can Chevy Wolves get himself up into P5? He's had a punctured lung during the week. This would be a massive performance from the Red Bull driver. He's got plenty of battery to work with too. Milano, a lot less. He has 20% less battery. Is he going to get any DRS off that McLaren though? The McLaren is still there. Could offer him some assistance, maybe a little bit of a tow down the next straight. He's probably going to need it. Panda gets a 3 seconds, so that's unfortunate there for Panda in P16, who's looking to try and get into that final position. As Chevy Wolves makes the move on Milano. What a move that was. Well done there from Chevy Wolves. He gets past, and he is on the charge. I don't think he's going to get another position, though. 10 seconds is a big gap to reel in, and there's only one lap to go. So this is just going to be a battle here for P5 between these two. We'll go back to the front. We'll give a bit of airtime to this man. He has drove a fantastic race here in the Kick Sauber. Nia Eshe done a fantastic job. Fantastic battling with this man in P2 in Rise. They really had it out. Nia Eshe getting the better towards the end of this race, though. TMT, he's there in P3. Crowjag is into his DRS though now. Can he get the job done? It's going to be a big tough ask because TMT had plenty of battery there. We got some moves happening down the order a little bit here. We got Dilby. He's trying to get the move done on Soup for Duck. Probably not going to make much difference anyway because he's got that 3 second. Paul in Hell and Woofer, they've dropped Sorokin. Sorokin's dropped way off here on those soft tyres. Not sure what's happened there. But
something happened because Sorokin was behind Sefa.
Yeah, okay. That's not too sure what's happened there. But we're going to go back to the front, mate. Down this last straight before the final corner, mate. Take us away for the end of this race.
Yeah, so we've got Nia Eshe here heading down to the last corner to finish the perfect weekend. He had pole in sprint quali. He won the sprint race. Didn't get pole in the regular quali, but he's going to cross the line in P1 to complete an absolutely perfect weekend. Rise, who's driven brilliantly, comes across the line in P2 there. As you can see, Nia Eshe's teammate TMT Legend now crosses the line in P3. We're going to see one of the McLarens come down over a lap down. Roman Kenobi very unlucky
puncture there. I think Crowjag's got a puncture.
Is he going to lose any position? Chevy Wolves have got up to P4, Crowjag P5, Milano in P6, Uncle Morty P7, David P8. They're crossing quickly there for a bit. But Chevy Wolves, 5 or 6 laps ago, he was outside the top 10, I'm pretty sure, up to P4. What a drive at the back end of this race from that bloke. That is an absolutely fantastic result for him. As Super Duck goes in P9, Dilby in P10. We're going to have Woofer and Paul in Hell coming close together here. Is there going to be a move, or are they just going to keep their positions? They're just going to keep their positions here. Woofer in P11, Paul in Hell P12. Sorokin, very unfortunate at the back end of that race, P13. We're going to have P-Sef across the line here in P15. Oh no, the Ryzen's got P-Sef on that last lap too. Did P-Sef have a puncture as well at the end? Because Ryzen's come from nowhere to grab P14.
Yeah, not too sure what happened there, but he did jump up into P14. So, yeah. As we see, cleanest driver, that is going to go to TNT Legend. So extra point there for TNT Legend. Give driver of the day to Chevy Wolves. Much deserved. I think we both can agree on that.
Chevy Wolves great drive by Chevy.
The day. Fastest lap goes to Rise. And then we will go through the race results. We got Nia Eshe, who took the win. Rise in P2, TNT, Chevy Wolves, Crowjag, Milano Gaming, Uncle Morty, David, Soup for Duck, Dilby, Woofer, Paul in Hell, Sorokin, the Ryzen, Peace F-Up, Mr. Panda, Roman Kenobi, D White, and Shining Swarm. And that's going to round us out. Keeper, Thoughts on the race there, mate?
Yeah, really good race there. Some really good battles. Top four started. They all started in top four. They all drove the whole race in the top four. Great drives from Kick and Mercedes, and some really good battles. And credit to the guys in the midfield there. For the most part, there was some really clean, good battles between a few of them in that midfield. And yeah, that's exciting racing. Very exciting racing for these guys. Some very unfortunate incidents and some that will make the stewards very busy over the next couple of days. But yeah, overall a really good race there, Nishka.
Yeah, absolutely. It was fantastic, mate. As we wait for the guys to come into the Cobbs box, we'll have Chevy Wolves coming in as the driver of the day. We'll have TMT, Rise and Noah all the boys coming into the Cobbs box. I thoroughly enjoyed that. What a race! I've been absolutely loving the racing here at Bahrain. It's been fantastic, and we're not even done yet, mate. We got one more race tomorrow night still to go, and it's been a phenomenal week. But I imagine Sick Party be absolutely over the moon there with his kick drivers. They done a fantastic job tonight, mate.
Yeah, that Sick Party will be very happy. Here's obviously heaps of banter going on between him and his brother, who's the TP of Ferrari, and he's definitely got one up on him in this race tonight, with both his drivers finishing inside the top four there. Absolutely brilliant performance from them. They look like it very much looks like it could be a very close constructors battle between Kick and Mercedes in this division, and it's going to be one to really watch closely over the course of this season.
Yeah, absolutely. I think as well if Chevy Wolves isn't up to it, if he isn't up to jumping in, because I do know he had surgery this week for a punctured lung. So if he's not up to it, if Aardvark wants to jump in the TP on his behalf, that'd be okay as well. But to get us started, mate, I'll get you to take us away with TMT on his fantastic P3 keeper.
Yeah, no, congratulations, TMT. Very good drive from you today, mate.
Thank you very much. Very pleasant surprise considering I wasn't supposed to be here, but I'll take it.
Yeah, no, that's I was very surprised when I looked earlier today and seeing the message saying you're in, off not a lot of practice because you weren't expecting to race. So you've got to be very happy. Obviously, turning unexpected events into such a good finishing position. And you're very solid all race there. Both the Mercs and the Kicks were very, very good during that race, and some good battles between all of you.
Yeah, it was definitely not the easiest race by any stretch of the imagination. Not having much practice. My practice was sprint qualifying. Uh, I think I had about 2 flying laps in a uh, like a Grand Prix qualifying session to just try and get used to the setup. And then it was sprint qualifying. I did both runs on the same set of tires and was just learning a slightly different line. Um, on my second lap, which really, I think I gained like 8 tenths despite the fact that the tyres were worn, just off a couple of slightly different ERS usages and lines going into a few of the corners. And so that really helped with qualifying. And then the race, um, I used the same strategy in both, but I used it more in the second race purely just because of how long we had to preserve those last tyres for, where I basically just 2/3 of the way down the pit straight, I just turned my ERS off and didn't turn it on again until like the middle DRS zone. Because through that first section, unless you can get them up the hill, like unless you're close enough up the hill, you can't overtake really again until that next DRS straight. And so as long as I stayed far enough ahead of Crow or whoever it was I was racing in the sprint, then I could kind of manage my battery right up, and then I was just doing big burns down each straight because I was running quite high wings. So it was a bit slower on the straights, but it kind of counteracted that. So I preserved the tires a bit as well because I wasn't putting as much energy through them through that downhill section. And I was getting a little bit less wheel spin out of the first corner as well, which is a spot that
Yeah, no, very well done, mate. Obviously, tyre wear would have been a big part, especially in that feature race. With the early safety car there, we were umming and ahhing about at one point there whether there'd be a two-stop for everyone that pitted because of the hards, but I think the safety car stayed out long enough to counteract that. I would assume everyone had some pretty worn tyres by the time we got to the end there, though.
Yeah, I think I was sitting. I don't know what I finished on because I didn't check, but I think with 2 or 3 laps to go, I hit the 60% mark. Which the fact that I only got to probably 65 at most, maybe 70, was pretty surprising considering in the sprint I was basically 60% within 10 laps on the set of mediums. So I actually had my brother run in and go, dude, whatever you do not pit under this safety car. And I was like, no, trust me, I know what I'm doing. He's like, you're an idiot. I was like, well, let's see. Let's see.
Well,
No.
a few bragging rights over your brother there then.
Yeah, well, it's actually kind of cool because given how the results fall, we're both pretty sure now that his team, his Williams Div 4 team, is going to be leading the Div 4 constructors, and my Div 5 Sauber team will be leading the Div 5, which we've never had both of us actually in competitive division teams before. So that's kind of cool, the fact that we're both having a chance to contend for some titles. I mean, I know it's week 2, but like the fact that we're both in competitive squads early is nice.
That's really good, mate. Well, yeah, that's all I've really got for you, mate. Other than congratulations again on a podium finish, mate. And I'll hand you over to Nishka.
Thank you.
Team, mate. Fantastic performance tonight, mate. Keepers asked you most of the questions, so I'm just gonna shoot you straight with the. I know you were practicing for Suzuka, so how are you feeling for next week, mate?
Yep. I'm feeling all right. It was weird. I did a little bit of experimenting with the setup, and it felt really good. And then I went and looked at it and realized I forgot to change the ride height off the default. So I was a bit confused there on how it felt okay. And then I dropped the ride height back down to where it probably should have been. And I think I gained like 6 tenths within like 2 laps. And I was like, oh, what have I been doing for the last 2 hours? But no, I'm feeling pretty confident. It's a track that I've always done very polar at. There's some seasons where I've been like I think the highest I finished there, I've had a season where I finished P4. I would have had P3, but I let my teammate have it because they'd never podiumed before. And I've had another couple of seasons where I finished up around 5th and 6th, and then other seasons where I'm down in like P13. So I'm hoping that this momentum that I'm kind of carrying through, like the P3 in the preseason, the win last week, the P3 this week, the 4th in the sprint, and like I'm kind of hoping that carries through and I'm able to use that momentum next week. But that feels pretty good. I'm pretty keen for it. It's a track I've always liked. Being a VCARB AlphaTauri team principal for 7 years, it was a bit of a home race with that Honda engine, so it's a bit weird going there and it not being a home race. But I mean, that was the case in Monza last week, not having the Italian-based team in Monza. But I mean, that was a pretty good omen last week, so we'll hope that it goes the same way again next.
Yeah, let's hope for you, mate. It's been a fantastic start from the season from yourself, mate. Sounds like you're really enjoying your racing at the moment too, which is the most important thing. And it's been
Yeah, that's not very common.
Yeah.
No, normally that is not the case at all. Normally it's about week 3 and I'm ready to give my seat to somebody else.
Yeah. So it's good to hear it, mate. And I'm keen to can't even spit my words out. I'm keen to see you go around next week, mate, and enjoy this podium. We'll double podium with your team, mate.
Well, I was going to say shout out both Naya and Rise for the 1-2 in both races, and I mean, I know Crow just spun at the end of the feature, but like he had an awesome race battling me for most of that feature, and for Soup as well, who just kept that P3 and sprint rate off me.
Yeah, absolutely. I was keen to see Soup have a good race tonight in that sprint. New driver, so it's good.
He was actually supposed to be reserving for me, so it kind of hurt a little bit when he beat me in the sprint by 900ths of a second or something like that. I was like, all right, I'm going to try and get one back in the feature now to make it worthwhile.
Yeah, it's at that point where you think, oh, maybe I should have just put the feet up.
Well, that's what I thought when he passed me early in the race. I was like, man, I should have just had the week off. Like, might have done more good for the team, but thankfully I was able to get one back in the feature.
Yeah, good thing you didn't, mate. And we're seeing you on the podium again, mate. And yeah, good luck for next week. And thanks, mate.
Thank you.
Next one, we're going to take away with our driver of the day. Chevy Wolves, congratulations on driving today. Fantastic drive. I know you've been in hospital this week, mate. Punctured lung. How the bloody hell did you just do that? Talk to me through it.
Hello, lads. What's going on?
How
You got me on here, boys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah, we're on,
What's
mate.
going on?
How did you get through that after a punctured lung this week, mate? Talk me through it.
Oh, man. Just had a few cigarettes and a couple of darts. Ripped a few hot ones and just cracked on, eh?
I love it. How good is that?
Nah, just kidding you. Just kidding you. It was pretty painful, but yeah, you get through it, mate. It's just driving. You're not lifting any heavy stuff, so
Yeah,
just
so
turning the steering wheel.
I didn't actually count. Whereabouts did you end up in the race there? Where did you come from to get to where you did? Because you were a fair way down.
I qualied. I think I qualied P13 and I got taken out lap 1, turn 2. Then I was last, and then I came back to whatever I got 4th.
Yeah, wow, what an amazing drive. That's fantastic. I'd seen you just coming through the field, sneaking through the field, and I was thinking, hey, we got to watch Chevy here. He's slowly creeping in. He's got the pace, and then bang! Before we knew it, P4. What a drive!
Thanks, boys. Yeah, it's full credit to the boys at Red Bull too. Great engineering. Got me through it. Just need a bit of luck on the next couple of races and not get taken out. We'll be all right.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think it's not far away, and we're going to see you on this podium here, not just the driver of the day, mate. I'll hand you over to Keeper for any questions he's got for you, mate. But congratulations on driver of the day, mate.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Great race from you tonight, Chevy. I was actually had to double look when I seen your name at P4 because I reckon it couldn't have been more than 6 to 8 laps before that. I think you were like P9 or something. So absolutely massive last, half a dozen or so laps from you there. Really well done.
Yeah, cheers, mate. It was just the tyre management, eh? Just smoking the tyres up not early and keeping them pretty intact, and just having a crack at the last stint, the last couple of laps, putting some pace on, and that's what happened. Everyone else seemed like their tyres were dead. I was kind of just cruising through the pack.
Yeah, no, it's interesting here. There's a bit of talk about the tyre management, about with different drivers in the comms box when you all pitted onto hards under that safety car. Nishka was pretty confident you could all go to the end, and I think everyone bar one driver managed to do it without getting a puncture. But I knew there was definitely going to be some variance in there between maybe some of the experienced guys or less experienced guys. With that, because that would have been really pushing those hards to pass that 70% point for most people, and as we know, anything past that, you're risking a puncture. So, no, credit to you to think about that and take it easy earlier on and be able to do the damage at the end, mate. It was a really good drive.
Cheers, boys. Appreciate it. It's the bloody no assist. You know how you got no assists on, you can time management a lot better. So that's one for the guys in the div. If they really want to, take the tampons out and have a crack, get the no assists on, and you'll get better time management.
Well, there's a bit of advice from Chevy for everyone out there, including myself. Let's get off the assists and see what we can do. Well done,
That's it,
mate.
boys. All right, lads. Appreciate it. Appreciate the comms too, boys.
Thanks very much, Chevy. Look forward to seeing you next week, mate.
See you, boys. Take it easy.
See you, mate. Now we're moving along to P2. I'm going to let you take this one away, Keeper, because this is my team, mate. So I'll let you take this one away, and it's Rising P2.
All right. First of all, congratulations, mate. Great race. Obviously set up starting on pole position, mate. You would have been very happy with that quali session.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a good session. A good session.
Yeah, it definitely was. Talk us through some of those battles, mate. Obviously, you dropped off towards the back end a little bit off Naya there. Maybe it was just extra tyre wear or something. But just talk to us about some of those battles, because we were flicking. There was you guys at the top, and then there was about 3 or 4 in the midfield. We were just flicking between you all the time. But every time we flicked onto you guys, you were just side by side, nearly every single lap at some point. Like, what was going through your mind there?
Well, look, this is like, I think there was, honestly, it's not much. Like, I think there was some moves that I don't really want to speak about. That might have been, I don't know, a bit iffy, but yeah, good battling. But yeah, it was good battle in the end, and I thought, yeah, it was good. There's some incidents, but yeah.
No, credit to both of you. You know, I think I think we definitely caught one where there's a little bit of contact between two of you during a move, but other than that, there was some very, very nice overtakes from both of you and some side-by-side battles. It was made for some very entertaining racing.
Thank you, yeah.
But yeah, so you're obviously very happy with tonight's race. Can you give me your thoughts on Suzuka next week?
Yeah, I like Suzuka. It's one of my. I'd say I'm decent at it. You know, it's a nice flowy track. I'll do some practice this week and see what I can do. See, hopefully I can get B1.
Yeah, try and go one better next week. I like the sounds of that, mate. Sounds very good. Congratulations tonight, mate. And I'll hand you over to your fellow Mercedes teammate in Nishka.
Yeah, thank you.
Rise, mate. Fantastic drive. I'm sure all the boys in Merc will proud of you, mate. Finishing P2 tonight. Yeah, just sort of. Yeah, I don't know. Sort of talk us through. How are your tyres at the end there? Did you have to back off a bit towards the end there? I seen the gap just opened up a little bit. Did you have to?
Yeah, a little bit. I backed off a little bit, but I tried staying within 3 seconds. But yeah, I backed off a little bit just to just to nurse them, bring it home, bring home the P2. Just like just save them.
It was a fantastic drive, not just from yourself, actually Crowjag as well tonight. Just talk about what was the vibe like in the engineering box there at Mercedes there tonight, because you
That was
both
good.
had fantastic nights.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was calm. Like, yeah, good race from Crowdrag. Like, props to him. But yeah, the vibes were good. It was nice.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely, both done a fantastic job tonight. Obviously, there's a bit still more to play out from what I'm hearing, from what you're saying there, with a couple of incidents. So we'll have to see what happens there. So
Yeah,
we'll see what happens, mate. And
I guess we will.
yeah, I'll talk to you through the week, mate. And we'll get our
Yeah,
practice down, and we'll get Suzuka underway next week, mate.
Yeah, well, all right. Thank you. See ya.
Thanks, mate. Bye. Now we're going to move on to P1. Keeper, it is the kick driver of Naya Eshe. You want to take us away, mate?
Definitely can. Congratulations, Naya. Absolutely awesome. Well, weekend of racing for you, mate. Obviously done really well in Div4 yesterday, and 2 wins tonight and a pole in the sprint quali, mate. You must be very happy with that.
Yeah, I am. Thank you. Div4, I don't know what to say. I've never done one of these. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that's perfectly all right, mate. Can you? I'll ask you the same question I asked Rise, mate. Just want to talk us through some of those battles you had, because it was very entertaining from the viewer side of things, mate. There's a lot of hard battling between you guys and some really, really good moves and side by side racing.
Yeah. So it was entertaining. I was struggling quite a bit on the tires towards the end. He fast, yes. I don't know how to do this, but I'm sorry.
No, that's all right, mate. Don't stress at all. Don't stress at all, mate. But yeah, I think you raced absolutely awesome, mate. Had a really good weekend. You were the one I was really looking forward to seeing this week. I thought you'd have a good week, and you've definitely shown that, mate. So congratulations on your win, and I'll hand you over to Nishka.
Yeah, no, mate. Fantastic race from you. Well, fantastic week from you, mate. You did fantastic in Div4, and then you backed it up tonight. Really took the top spot tonight. So fantastic performance from you. Have you got anything to say about? We heard about the maybe possible incidents. Is there any more? Is there any more to that you can add on to that, mate?
I mean, Rise definitely did have some questionable moves, bit of swerving on the straight, but I'm not gonna report any of it or anything. Good battle though.
Yeah, it was absolutely fascinating battle to watch. As a commentator, we absolutely loved it. The mid pack was all battling, and then every time we came back to the front, it was just you and Rise. The amount of times I've seen you guys side by side through turn 4 was absolutely incredible, and for the most part, it was clean racing. It looked fantastic, mate.
Yeah, some of the times we made a bit of contact. Some Rise almost spun a few times, but most of it was pretty clean racing. I kept the lead quite good. My tires were starting to struggle at the end, but he just backed off. So I kind of just got given the win in the end.
Oh, I don't think it's no win gets given, mate. There was hard battling happened the whole
Yeah, I
time, and people just have to try and get their tires to the end. It looked like everybody was suffering a bit. We've seen it looked like Crojet possibly got a puncture there, so everyone was pushing so hard up the front there. So it was a well-deserved win, mate. And yeah, we'll let you go celebrate with your team. It's if you got anybody that you want to thank before we let you go.
Thank you a lot to Sick Party. He's the only reason I won that, helping with tires and stuff, when saving stuff. He's just messaged me to tell him he's the best team principal. Not happening. And yeah, great engineer.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome to hear, mate. That's awesome to hear. And yeah, we'll let you go celebrate. Obviously with Team T as well, he got a podium too. So fantastic performances from the Kicks in Division 5, mate. So yeah, go celebrate with your team, mate, and we'll see you again next week at Suzuka.
Yep. Thank you. See you.
Thanks very much, mate. And that is going to nearly wrap us up here, Keeper. Any final words, mate, before I round us out here, mate?
Not too much to say, mate. Just another great night in Div 5. Obviously, as we get quite often, bit of drama in there. There's going to be some busy stewards with a couple of things, I think. But overall, really entertaining race. As you said, we had to keep flicking between the mid pack and the front of the race because there was just battles going on, especially in that second half of the race. There was just battles going on everywhere, and it was very entertaining to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. That was absolutely fantastic. Oh, I thoroughly enjoyed that. It was so good. There was battles everywhere, from the Sharks to the Wolves to what was happening at the front, side by side, bumping. Yeah, it was absolutely amazing. But don't go anywhere because you can go somewhere now. You can have a bit of a rest, but you got to come back tomorrow night because we've still got one more race. We got Division 3 coming up tomorrow night from Bahrain sprint round. That will round us out for the week of what's been fantastic at Bahrain. We'll have a quick shout out to our sponsors, Sim Racing Centre, Sim Lab, Pagnian Advanced Simulation, and AI 369. Thank you for your continued support. And that will be a very good night from myself and Keeper.
Thank you very much, Nishka, and good night, everyone. And we will see you tomorrow night back in Bahrain for Division 3.
Good night, guys.